Yo, what up, man? You know what time it is. It's your boy Divine Sense Boxing in the building. Salute to everyone in the building, man. The whole family up in here, ready to cook. I was about to go live about an hour ago, man, but I saw my man just do boxing cooking, so I let him do his cooking and I went over there and showed some love, you know what I mean? And just waited out a little bit of time, because we want the whole family to get their piece in. And we want to show love to everyone as much as we possibly can out here, man. It's for the love of boxing at the end of the day. So I want to go ahead, man, and give the shout out to all the people who came in here early, of course. First one in the building, my man Terry Smoot Jr. in the building. Salute. Always good to see you, Mangus Allen. What's good, man? Demon Kennedy back in the building, bro. What's good, bro? Moon Mystic, my man Moon Mystic up in here, bro. It's good to see you. King of Kings Boxing. That's what's up. And my man Omega Red always swoop in, man. He's always the first top 5 who jumps in, man. Shout out to my man Omega. Picasso in the building. DP Rocker sliding through, man. My man DP Rocker at work, but he's still showing the love. I appreciate that. Got my man Yave. What's good, man? Hey, we living life out here, bro. It's all good. Watcher, good to see you. So look, man, y'all see the title, man. Y'all see the title, man. So you know what's about to happen. You know what I mean? You know exactly what is about to happen. And also, you see that it is Speak on It, Volume 4. So if you're just starting to get familiar with Speak on It, then just to let you guys know, anytime you guys see Speak on It, that's an opportunity for an open panel, open discussion, talk about controversial topics. It's probably going to get heated. You're probably going to get a few trolls in here. You're probably going to get some type of fanboy in here. And that's what it's about. So if you see Speak on It and you see about to go live, you got to make sure that you click up in here, man, because like I said, it's going to get lit. Blue Hunt is in the building, bro. You guys know the drill, man. Go ahead and smash that like button as you guys come in, man. You know, we're going to wait here just a few more minutes, allow people to filter in, you know, get the foundation up in here. I appreciate every single one of you. Of course, the first one, and I'm not surprised, first one in the building is my man K-Rod. He's ready to cook as always, especially when it's about Canelo Alvarez,
Yeah,
right?
let's
We're
go.
we're ready to cook on it, man. And I hope my boy Arturo
Yeah.
shows up because I'm sure he sees a thumbnail with Canelo on it. He's got to click in. Um, hey Christian, I'm glad you're in here, bro. I'm glad. The link is pinned up at the top. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat, bro. Click up in it. Click up in it, man. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
I got a lot
Look,
to
yo,
fucking say.
I'm sure you do. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. You know, the first goal, as always, is to get it up to 50 likes. That's always the goal. And also, we got a poll up in the chat, man. Let me know. Let the people know. Who do you think Canelo should be fighting next? Don't let me speak for you. Don't let K Rod speak for you. You know, be honest, say what you feel, and vote. You know what I mean? And right now, Benavides is up. He's got the most votes at 52%. And we actually got at least 5 or 6 people voting for Triple G, which I find extremely extraordinary. And we got 17% for Andre and 13% for Charlo. So, all right, man. Hey, this poll is gonna get lit, and as we go along here, we're gonna see what the people are saying because a lot of people they're not gonna talk about it. They're just gonna sit back, listening, vote in the poll, let other people cook on it. Which I guess, all right, that's your choice. Um, but we'll see where this poll ends up, man. But so on some real talk, man, Christian, bro, you come in here every single time I talk about Canelo. You say the same thing every time. You know I got a lot of love for you, bro. I know you've been supporting the channel for years. That's why you're up in here. But every time I talk about Canelo, you always come in here and say the same thing. Oh, I don't understand the hate for Canelo, man. Yeah, you know, Canelo, he's an all-time great. Canelo's done this, he's done that. But this is an opportunity for you to speak on behalf of your boy. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what the people say in the chat. The people in the chat are going to do what they do. They have, you know what I'm saying, they have their opinions, but when you're on the panel, you're on the panel. You know what I mean? As long as you're respectful, then it ain't no issue. Never been an issue over here. AJ64 in the building was good. Yeah. All right. I gotta do my just due on a few things just real quickly. And of course, that is wrench a few people up. I've seen the consistency, I've seen the loyalty, I've seen all of the love that you guys been doing, especially the past couple of weeks. So congratulations to my man Demon for uh, becoming a new wrench to the channel. Also, my man Moon Mystic, he has he's a new subscriber, man, but I see the love and I appreciate that. My man King of Kings Boxing, you as well. Congratulations. You are now rinsed up. You know, I gotta put that work in. I gotta do my just due. My man Blue Huntus, what's good, man? I haven't seen you in a while, but I know you've been around for a long time. I know you come in when you can. Congratulations, you've been rinsed up. Appreciate you. Black Alpha in the building. I haven't seen Black Alpha in a hot minute either, bro. What's good? All right, man. So we ready. All right, I think we ready. We got a nice little group of people in here ready to cook. So we're gonna get it popping. So if you guys don't know, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. The latest is Canelo has stated that his next fight is going to be Triple G. And after that, he plans to go back up to 175 and rematch Bivol. That is what is on the horizon for Canelo Alvarez. Now, you see, I've always been a bit moderate about Canelo. There's definitely some things that I don't necessarily like. I wish he would have done things differently. But more or less, I've been talking about Canelo for the better part of 10 plus years, right? I've, given him credit where, credit has been due. I have shown respect to his skill level. And there's certain people in here who says that Canelo's completely overrated and he ain't all that, which is your opinion, right? At the end of the day, most of boxing opinion is subjective anyway. But I've pretty much given him credit, man. But you know what? I feel like ever since he's claimed this pound for pound status, quote unquote, he has taken over the, I guess, pound for pound or pay-per-view kingdom from Floyd Mayweather. He's operated quite strangely, lack of better words, and to put it nicely, quite strangely, right? And lately, yeah, I have been kind of going on a roast session. But actually, I've been like, I just want to see him fight these fighters, right? Like, hey, good fighter. I appreciate what he's done, right? I appreciate his skill for the most part. But I just want to see him fight certain fighters. But I did tell people that one thing I will not tolerate and one thing that I will come in here and cook on and roast this dude is if he sidesteps, hopscotches, does a 360, does a backflip away from fighters at 168, especially after taking a loss against Bivol and quite frankly, got his ass whooped. Right? And I'm more than happy for anybody to come in here and prove me wrong that it wasn't an ass whooping. And I told people, now he's been humbled a little bit. He takes a step back down into 168 where he holds all the belts hostage right now. If he goes in and fights Triple G, I'm going to roast him. And I've went on channels all across YouTube and panels. It's something that I do all the time. Some content creators don't do that, right? They just stay on their channel. They do their thing. Nah, I am a globetrotter in this bitch. I go around to everybody. People that rock with the LDBC, people who don't rock with it. I don't care. That's how Divine Sense operates. I knock on everybody's door. What's good? And I've been telling everybody, yo, right now, I'm willing to show a little bit of leniency in regards on who he's going to fight in 168. But what I'm not going to show any leniency for is if he tries to do this dumbass trilogy match against Triple G. It's a little bit too much, too late, man. So I've been saying it, and now I'm gonna be a man of my word, and I'm gonna cook on it. Then the icing on the cake. All right, K-Rod, I got you, bro. No problem. Then the icing on the cake is not only are you gonna fulfill your trilogy duties, which is what you're trying to promote to your people, to your fans, but then I'm gonna go back up to 175 and take another crack at Bivol. That's the icing on the cake for me. That, to me, is the ultimate disrespect. Forget about the fans, but to legacy, which is something that you preach and you hold up to a high regard from your own mouth. That's something that you talk about all the time. And any Canelo fans in here, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong that Canelo has been preaching about legacy. I want to be the best fighters of all time. I want to be, better than Julio Cesar Chavez. I want to be the best Mexican fighter of all time. I want to conquer these weight classes. I want to do something that Oscar De La Hoya couldn't do. That's what he's been talking about. And by the way, anybody who wants to come in here and cook, this is Speak on It. That's what this topic is about, right? Speak on it. Click on the link. It's pinned up at the top of the chat. Come in and tell me what you want to say. I'll be waiting. Right? So look, man. And it's like with Canelo, it's always something, right? And the Canelo fans will say, man, I'm getting tired of people nitpicking him. I'm getting tired of every single time there's a headline, people come in and talk shit about Canelo. Maybe they talk shit about Canelo because they're just jealous. Maybe they don't want to admit on how good he is. Maybe they don't want to admit on the things that he has accomplished. They're haters. They hate on him. And y'all ready for this one? This is what it really is. I don't care. Today I'm lit. I've had 3 coffees and I don't give a shit. It's early morning to me, Tuesday morning. The sun is up. The birds are chirping. Life is good. I'm going to say exactly what I want to say. Do you know what it really is? They're out there saying, hey, you know what, man? They don't like Canelo, man, because of his skin color. That's what it really is. Oh, so everybody that hates Canelo is non-Latino or non-color of that of the same complexion of Canelo, right? So everybody that hates on Canelo, they look different, and so that's the reason why they really hate. They don't hate because his career path. They don't hate because of the decisions that he's made. They don't hate because he's trying to fight Triple G when he's 47 years old. They don't hate because of that. They hate because, because Canelo is Latino and he happens to have, a white complexion with red hair. Hence why we call him Canelo, which means cinnamon in Spanish. That's what it really is. And a lot of them don't want to say that, but that's exactly what it is. But hey, you got somebody wrong. You got somebody wrong if that's your narrative. And I got no problem going against the grain. What's up? What's up, Platt Boys? Always good to see you, bro. Top Dogs, what's good? Yeah. So what's your excuse then? Well, Divine, he just tried to do a bandwagon. He tried to ride the wave, man. They want to hate, I don't really consider Divine White. He's like in his own little category. I hear what you guys be saying, man, all the time, man. You think I don't pay attention? I'm like, all right, I hear you. I hear you. I see what you guys are doing. I see how you're operating. But the truth is that you guys know I know about boxing. The truth is, I'm an OG in this bitch. The truth is, I've been in the trenches for 13, 14 years on this YouTube shit before any of these big channels even had a wince of clarity or fame. Right? I've been here. You guys know this. You don't want to ruffle my feathers, and that's the fact. So, Divine Scent, he's in his own category. We just leave that white dude alone. But we don't know when he's going to pop off. So let's get to it. What's the issue? All right, Divine, man, put all that shit to the side. What's your real issue? My issue is this. It's quite simple. It's not rocket science. And those of you who are defending this, I'm confused. I'm gobsmacked. I really am. Why? On God's beautiful green earth, would you support a third Triple G fight? For what? For what? What does that accomplish? This isn't Wilder Fury. I heard somebody say that the other day. Well, everybody was excited about the third fight between Deontay and Fury, so why can't they be excited about this? Well, how about this? How about a simple one? First off, Triple G is not in his prime anymore. He was actually exiting his prime by the time they fought the second time. He's not in his prime anymore. He ain't the same Triple G as he was back in 2011, 2012, 2013, when he was actually knocking dudes out. And don't compare it to a heavyweight trilogy. Don't compare it to a heavyweight trilogy. Heavyweights have been doing trilogies for decades. Right? And both Wilder and Fury were at the top of their game. Sure, Triple G Canelo won the first fight. I got you, right? Triple G's, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. He was still top of his game. I think starting to slide the way out, but okay, he's still solid. It was a draw, so you rematch it, no problem. But then Canelo clearly won the second fight. And what we saw was Triple G was clearly a step behind in the second fight. It was clear. And then I think he's fought, 2 or 3 times since that second fight, right? But his most recent fight, yeah, he won. But 5 years ago, he would have smashed that dude. And you want to fight that guy? Canelo, you're still, 5 years younger? 6 years younger? So that is my issue. What benefit does it give you other than a little feather in your ego cap? Because you don't got many options, do you, Canelo? The walls are closing in on you. You took an L. I'm going to be 100% honest and speak to every Canelo fan straight to the chest. You know what this is, man? I'll tell you what it is. The man took an L, and he knows deep down that L is genuine as fuck. There's no denying it. He's in denial, but he knows deep down in his Canelo soul that he got his ass whooped. That shit was deja vu to Floyd Mayweather. And he got humbled. So this whole Triple G thing is all about him getting his pride back, boosting his ego again, and get a quick W to get back into the win column. That's all this is. Because who else is he going to risk another L to? Is he going to risk it to Benavidez? Is he going to risk it to Charlo? Is he going to risk it to Andre? Is he going to risk it to any of these young cats coming up who are hungry, who want to take Canelo's head off? Nah, I'm going to go after Triple G, a guy I've already fought 2 times, a guy who's aging, a guy who has clearly lost a couple of steps, a guy that I've got figured out, and I might be the first one who can knock out Triple G. So people can then bow down to me once again. Oh, Canelo Alvarez. First one to knock out Triple G. That's what it is, man. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. And I know you in here listening. I know you're listening here, Canelo fans. I know you are. So I'm waiting for you to click the link. And Joey, you're another one coming in here talking some bullshit most of the time, especially. I talk about 5,000 other topics, Joey. You never come in here. Every time I talk about Canelo, you want to make sure you click in. Cool. Glad you're a part of the stream. Now click the link. Now click the link. Period. Explain to me. No, I want to be proven wrong. I want genuinely someone to come in here and say, Divine, man, you got it wrong. Educate me. Please. I want to be educated when it comes to Triple G and Canelo, or Canelo wanting to fight Triple G. It makes zero sense to me. Zero. Jim Diamond was good. Chavo TV in the building. So, to me, as I said, all this is about is that you took an L. You got your little pride hurt. You're riding horses and playing golf. Your golf game going down. Right? You can't take care of the pasture the same anymore because your mind has been a little bit twisted lately, right? You got questions in your head. You've been bamboozled, right? You're like, damn, like, what am I going to do with myself, man? I can't believe I lost to this guy, Bivol. Like, I thought I was going to go and destroy this dude. I go back and rewatch the tape, and man, the dude was hitting me with everything. Like, I didn't even know. It's like I'm living in the Matrix. You struggling right now. You got to figure out a way to get back on top. You got to figure out a way to get back in the W column. That's all this is. And the first choice, the first option is Triple G. And of course, Triple G is going to accept it. Of course, Triple G is going to take the fight. Why wouldn't he? Right? He's on his way out. If he got an opportunity to sail off into the sunset as a champion again, he's going to take it every time, right? So that's what it is. This is all that is about, right? Because the walls are closing in on him, as my man Stormy B likes to say. The walls are closing in. You got no other choice. You can't go for the immediate rematch for Bivol, right? Because you ain't confident enough. You want to fight somebody to boost your confidence, and you're going to do exactly what we thought that you were going to do, is figure out a way to go back up and avenge your loss at 175. And your path to doing that is get a W against an aging fighter who's clearly not the same, who you've already fought twice, who you clearly beat the second time. And you beat him the second time because he was already starting to show the loss of speed, the loss of reflexes, and was clearly not the same fighter anymore. He already showed that in the second fight. Yeah, and that's a good point. Hey, what's up, 88 Sports Talk? King of the Dead, what's good? That's a good point, though, Blue Hunters. Triple G wants that payday. You want payday. What's the irony in that, man? What's the hypocrisy in that? Canelo out here preaching. Canelo disrespects Andre at his own press conference, talking about, you ain't fought nobody. You want payday. You want payday. But you willing to pay Triple G, though, huh? You willing to pay Triple G? Oh, because we fought 2 times already. He's earned it. He's earned the right to fight me again. Really? Really? You are talking about people want to fight you because they want the biggest payday. Oh, they all need to fight each other first. All these guys, they need to fight each other first, and then, okay, I fight the winner. But you willing to pay Triple G again? You willing to fight and pay a 40-year-old man who's clearly on the way out? You willing to pay him? But you ain't willing to pay a young dude who's undefeated, coming up, who has been asking you and pleading and doing everything within their power to get the fight. Benavidez just literally destroyed David Lemieux. Literally destroyed him. 3 rounds. And although you may have picked David Lemieux to win the fight, or sorry, to do better, or you picked David Benavidez rather to get the stoppage, but I don't think many people predicted in 3 rounds. And then the news comes out about him wanting to fight Triple G again a day after Benavidez destroys David Lemieux. Somebody explain that shit to me. Shout out to my man, Dewan Menzies, with that super chat. He wants to kick it off tonight to be the first one to donate and drop that super chat. He says, we as boxing fans need to stop supporting Canelo's pay-per-view until he fights a David Benavidez or a Charlo brother. Facts. But you know the problem is, Dewan Menzies, is this, bro. We're the minority. We are the minority. Canelo Alvarez can fight literally anybody. He can fight the bartender in Chihuahua, Mexico. And Canelo fans will pay for that shit. He can fight a hooker from Tijuana, and they'll pay for that shit. And that's facts. What's up, Arturo, man? You see the link, bro. We cooking tonight, Arturo, man. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Joey, you know you're just talking to yourself, right, bro? You literally just talking to yourself. Stop copy and pasting. Yo, Wrench is in the chat. If Joey continues to copy and paste, time his ass out. Ain't got nothing to say. So my man K-Rod back in the building to cook. But let me say this before I let K-Rod say what's on his mind. Just real quickly. And if you guys haven't voted in the poll yet, let me know. Let me know who you think Canelo should be fighting next. Don't let me speak on it. Don't let me speak for you. And let me know. Right now, Benavidez is winning in the poll 49% with 59 votes. 49%. So let's see what this poll comes to as we start to get heated. And more people are going to start filtering in here. I know Canelo fans are listening. I know it. Change my mind. So let me say this. Quite frankly, I'm not going to even nitpick on who I want him to fight at 168. Because he's holding the belts hostage. That's what he's doing right now. He's undisputed champ at 168. Cool. You beat Caleb Plant. Cool. You got all the belts. And now you're holding them hostage. We got a lot of young talent. We got undefeated fighters right under your nose, bro. They're waiting. They're at the doorstep, knocking on the door. Canelo. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Right? That's what they're doing right now. ¿Qué tal, cabrón? Let's go. Championship. I want it. Belts. And you got your feet kicked up with your little Louis Vuitton slippers and shit at house, watching TV saying, oh, man, I got time for these dudes, man. Hey, call Triple G, man. Let's make a third fight. That's what you tell your wife, huh? Hey, honey. Hey, amor. Yeah, call the promotional companies, man. Let's make Triple G, man. They can keep knocking on the door. I don't give a shit. I got time for it. I got to get back in the winning column again. You know. No, I don't want a massage. Don't give me a massage. No, we ain't making love tonight. My ego's hurt. I can't take this right now. My mind's about to explode. I can't believe I just lost this dude Bivol. Just call somebody. No, don't give me the kids. I don't want the kids. Nothing. And shut the damn dogs up. They barking too damn much. Give me a fucking headache. Please call Triple G. Tell him we need to make a fight. I need this quick W. Please. Can't take this. No, don't rub my feet. No. And I'm not gonna shave for 2 months. I ain't shaving. I ain't doing shit. And all I want to eat is fried eggs and rice. That's it. I don't want to eat none of this other shit. I don't even know, vegan or should I eat these vegetables again? Because they told me if I eat these vegetables, I'm gonna be a better fighter. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And no, I don't. I understand you got the new steak. I don't want the steak either because I eat the steak and then shit, I be popping positive on drug tests and shit. I don't even know where I'm at right now, man. Just eggs and rice. That's it. Yeah. No, I don't want a threesome tonight either. I don't want nothing. Get the fuck out of here. There's nothing you can do. Just call Triple G. Right? I saw him the other day. He got wrinkles and gray hairs and shit, man. Let's just make sure we get that fight done. I got to get back into the win column. I don't know what's going on in my life right now. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. I just gave you guys a whole synopsis. I gave you a whole breakdown of what Canelo's doing right now. What's up, K-Rob, man? Cook on him.
Man, I got a lot to say, man. First of all, fuck Canelo Alvarez. To hell with you, you fake Mexican piece of shit. You're a disgrace to your own people. You're a disgrace to Mexican legacy boxing. And you are a disgrace to the boxing world. That's point number one. Point number two is you had no balls coming into this Bivol fight because ever since leading up to the fight, you were saying, oh, well, Bivol, he's a great champion, but I know I can have the ability to beat him, but it's going to be a very, very tough fight. Yeah, no shit, because Bivol came in with that same mentality to say, look, you may be Canelo, but you're just a human like everybody else. And when Bivol came in with that mindset to basically put his foot down to say, look, you're not going to boss me like around. I'm going to dog walk you and I'm going to make you look like basically make you look like you're a low tier trash fighter. That's what Bivol did. So I think now at this point with what Canelo has done so far is that he's now mentally destroyed to the point where that second loss to Bivol had now stunned him to the point where he doesn't ever want to be put into that position again. But there's no other options of left to be there for him to basically cherry pick more fights that people don't want to see him in, because he's gonna have to give up every single one of his belts, at 168, because David Morrell could very well become his mandatory through the WBA. Guys like Demetrius Andrade can easily become his mandatory for the WBO. David Benavidez is, obviously right there, and then for the IBF, honestly, I don't know who's ranked in the IBF, but Canelo basically has like a 4-way tornado coming to him, and he doesn't have any other options left. So I would say at this point, give up your belts and probably piss off to the win to hang it up to retire, or basically man the fuck up and just give us the fights that we want you to be in. And guess what? If you fucking lose, all 4 or all 5 of like your next fights that people wanted you to be in, then that'll give us, the credit to give to you to be a real champion and actually stand up for your skill sets. Because whether if you do win or lose those big fights, at least people will put you down as a all-time great for doing that. Canelo thought beating Bivol would be the next ticket to get away from all the dangerous fights at 168, but little did he know, Bivol, he's a very dangerous fighter himself, so he's not going to come out of that woodwork to basically sell himself to the devil to let Canelo beat him. So that's where Canelo knew that Bivol was not the same, how should I say, he wasn't like the fighter that he expected him to be, and he thought that he can cherry pick his way to potentially being undisputed in two weight classes, because I think honestly that the plan was for him to just move up to 75, get that belt from Bivol, and then maybe fight the winner between Artur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr. But the problem is that Artur Beterbiev, he's a dangerous puncher, and he doesn't back down inside the pocket, and he has a lot more physicality than Canelo does. So I don't see why Canelo would ever want to go that route, because it's like, yeah, good. If you got a robbery decision over Bivol, that fight with Artur Beterbiev would not be a very easy fight, and he would take something out of you to the point where you would very well end up retiring at that point. So I say at this point, either man up and fight your toughest opposition now, and then you'll be respected later, or just basically piss off into the sunset and just hang it up, because it's like you have nowhere else to go. You're not gonna go back down to 160 or 154. You're not gonna do that. So Canelo, he needs to you know give the boxing fans what we've been wanting to see for quite a long time, or just give it up. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. No lies told. A little bit savage in the beginning, a little bit more savage to me, but hey, that's how my man K Rod feels. And if you don't like the way he talks, then come in here and correct him. That's all I got to say about that. ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports was good. William in the building was good, man. Teach finally made it in. Look, guys, right here on the screen, I have super middleweight rankings right here: WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. Right? That's where it's at. Do y'all see Triple G anywhere on this list? Do you see Triple G anywhere on this list? Not even in the top 10. Let's say, oh, what he's at 160. Oh, so what you're telling me then is that Canelo is not only going to avoid all of these people that are on this list right here, all of the people that I'm showing you guys right now on this list, he's going to avoid all of them, and he's going to drop down to 160 to fight Triple G. So he's going to continue to hold the belts hostage, no belts on the line, and fight him at 160. Oh, no, he won't go 160. Triple G will go to 168. Okay. Now that makes more sense as far as weight's concerned, but he's not in the top 10. Triple G's not in the top 10 for 168. What's up, Terry?
Yo, what's up, Devon? My bad to cut you on the build. No, I like how what you're doing right now. I think I did this a little bit earlier on the stream, and I want to say shout out to everybody that's listening in. You got a great stream going in. I need you to keep killing this. My only thing is, I just wanted to chip in. Like, we know that Triple G has always been a career 160 pounder, and he's moving up to 168. But I've been going around these YouTube streets, and people are talking about there's like a 3-fight deal, and so like they're basically going to keep Canelo at 168. And if you can notice on a lot of those rankings, what I was able to see, you'll see a common name that's coming up 3 out of 4, which is John Ryder. So I believe that what's going to happen is if Canelo if after this Triple G fight, he's going to fight, John Ryder, because he technically would fulfill mandatory defense for like a majority of those belts, seeing how you can see he's in the top 10. And so I did a little bit of a breakdown on this earlier. Like it looks like this is a duck, but I just wanted to mention that if you could see, you see John Ryder for the WBC, you see him for the WBA, and also you see him, for the WBO. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Canelo, he's going to try to use that to satisfy those mandatories after Triple G. I don't think he'll give Bivol another run, but I just wanted to mention that because I was able to give a breakdown on this, and I saw this earlier, so I wanted to let you know if you could see that. So my bad. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, definitely. I see John Ryder on here. And, do I like a John Ryder fight over like a Benavidez? No, I don't. But do I like it better than Triple G? Yes. I mean, it's not that challenging. right? Because my message is clear. There is literally zero benefit in fighting Triple G. And Canelo's the one that has reported that he's going to fight Triple G and rematch Bivol. That's what has been reported.
Oh, so
It's
that
all over
so
social media.
Okay, so that means we can ignore the John Ryder. My bad. I thought I heard some speculation or talk that John Ryder might be, because you know what happened with that win against Danny Jacobs. He may be in the running for like a sweepstakes, but no, if he's gonna go in with the rematch with Bivol, I just wanted to show you, like, you see how John Ryder's so close in 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. I thought if Canelo, like, if he wanted to go a safer route, he could just try to pick up an easy mandatory defense and use him, for the easy mandatory defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. What's up, Omar? I'm going to address that here in a second. But that's the crazy thing here, is that we're screaming fight quality at 168, right? Fight Benavidez, fight these guys, right? Fight Charlo, whatever it is. Charlo will probably fight Canelo wherever he wants to fight him. And Andrade, right? But if he chooses to fight John Ryder, although it's not the best choice, but he's technically fighting one of his mandatories, right? And under all the sanctioning bodies. So it's kind of like, it puts the fans in a situation where, well, we're not satisfied with who the fighter is, but okay, we've been screaming for him to fight at 168 to defend his titles, and he's doing it. But he's not even willing to do that.
True. I think what he's going to do is they're going to call the WBA mandatory over David Morrell, because you see John Ryder's number 3. That's dead set, damn near. And then the number spot is vacant up at number 2. They can easily boost him up to number 2, and Canelo can easily fulfill that title defense for all the titles right there with John Ryder. And that's right there in Eddie Hearn's wheelhouse. So I'm sort of seeing, or I'm just going to monitor that play if after this Triple G fight, you know what I mean? I just wanted people to see in case if there's that back door open, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. And I see it, bro. But I'm telling you, man, this Triple G idea has just put a sour taste in my mouth. And quite frankly, I'm just sick. I've been sick of it for the past 6 months. They've been whispering this. Before he even fought Bivol, they were saying, oh, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to beat Bivol. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to give Triple G the trilogy. So that's he's okay. He's sticking to that. But the problem is, you didn't beat Bivol.
True.
You lost.
True.
Right.
And I always thought he wanted. My apologies, Devon. I thought he wanted his get back. I thought he wanted the rematch.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's my whole point, is that he wants to get back into the W column the easiest and quickest way possible. And for anybody who's saying, well, who's more dangerous, Divine, like Triple G or John Ryder? Well, I don't know. That's a matter of debate. But what I do know is Triple G is on the way out. Mm-hmm. He's not the same fighter. We saw that in his most recent fight. That's why I said 5 or 6 years ago, he would have knocked that dude out.
Oh, yeah. He would have killed Ryota Murata and a few other, like, I was going to say, because do you remember, he still own some, like, what is it, 5 to 10% shares in the stocks for DAZN? Do you think this might be like his final bag, on his way out the door? You know what I mean? Like a good retirement.
For sure. Hey, Triple G got nothing to lose, bro. He got 0 to lose. If he upsets Canelo, I sail off into the sunset as the new champ, right? I put an exclamation point on my career. You can argue that he won the trilogy because the first fight was a draw. A lot of people thought Triple G won the first fight. If Triple G loses, it don't matter. He's damn near 40.
He is 40.
It don't matter.
He is 40.
Yeah, he is 40. So it don't matter, right? If he loses, he can hang his head up high and say, well, I fought the best fighters I could at 160. I fought Canelo 3 times. I was a champ. At one point in time, I was on the pound for pound list. I was, always in the top 5, top 3, whatever it is. And I lost. No big deal. But let me address this. Let me address Omar. This is the narrative I keep hearing from people. And it's the same narrative that Canelo has been spewing out of his mouth. Everybody wants to fight me, but why aren't they fighting each other? Here's my thing. I don't have a problem with that idea that these guys, the Zach Parkers and the John Ryders and the David Benavidez and the Andre and all these guys fighting each other, the Caleb Plants and the Benavidez, zero problem with that at all. But what does that mean exactly? Like, how many names are in your head, Canelo? How many of these top fighters need to fight each other before you give them a shot? You are not making things clear. Not once have you said, oh, I'm going to get Benavidez soon. A couple more fights, I'm going to get Benavidez. A couple more fights, I'm going to get Andre. Like, these are the guys that I want. You don't want to mention their names at all. Only people that you want to talk about is Triple G and how you can take over 175. That's the only thing that you talk about. So to me, that's a cop-out. That's an excuse to avoid these other names in the division who are a true threat, who are a true problem. And I can keep drilling down on Caleb Plant. Yes, Canelo won the fight. Congratulations. But let's not pretend that Caleb Plant, a true 168-pounder, he is a true super middleweight. And Caleb Plant gave Canelo problems early to the middle rounds.
Caleb just should have stuck with that jab. That stick was working. That stick was out there.
Yes. And so Caleb Plant, who's not a puncher, very good boxing ability, gave Canelo problems. What do you think Benavidez is going to do? Like, let's be real. That is a problem. 6'1", 74-inch reach, hand speed, jab, goes to the body. He proved that he's got a chin. Lemieux threw everything he could at Benavidez because he had no choice. He was getting demolished. And it didn't faze Benavidez one bit. Partly because David Lemieux is not a true 168er. He's not. And I'm not trying to discredit the victory, but he's not. He's always been 150. He started at 154, and he was been at 160 for years.
IBF champion at 160. IBF middleweight champion.
Exactly. And Benavidez was bigger. He's a big boy at 168. So you're going to be fighting somebody who basically has the same frame that Bivol has, if not bigger.
I think they actually have a picture because Bivol actually sparred David Benavidez leading up to the Canelo fight, and they have a picture of them when they got out of sparring. David is 1.5 inches taller than Bivol, and he's got 2 to 3 inches reach longer than Bivol. So David Benavidez is actually 1.5 inches taller with a longer 2 to 3 arm length reach. So
Mountain Football, click the link. Big LT, click the link. Tell me I'm wrong. That's why the link is pinned up at the top of the chat. That's why it says speak on it. That's what this panel is about. So speak it from your chest. It's easy to type in the damn chat. Prove me wrong. What excuses? You said you got a lot of excuses, homie. What excuses? So you're okay with the Triple G fight. Why? Give me 3 good reasons on why he should fight Triple G and not somebody like Benavidez or somebody else. 3 good reasons. If you can give me 3 good reasons, 3 legitimate good reasons, I'll stop the stream right now. I'll say, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. You were right. I didn't think about this. I'll stop the stream. I'll delete the whole stream and leave it at that. I need 3 good reasons on why Triple G is a good fight above any of the top talent at 168. So new perspective. I see you in the backdrop here. You got to show your cam, bro. You got to let me know who you are. You got some weirdos out there, bro. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. 2022. That's why you left. Exactly. That's why you just left.
They can't do
bitch ass.
this right. See that, man. I'm sorry.
So, like I said, man, these guys, you got a lot of excuses. And, these fighters need to fight each other before they fight Canelo, blah, blah, blah. Y'all understand that Canelo has all the belts at 168, right? We know this, right? We know he's got all the belts. If he doesn't fight his mandatories, if he doesn't fight the top talent at 168, he is holding the belts hostage. If he fights a guy like Triple G and then he goes up to 175. And my question is, if you're okay with that, then okay, go be okay with that. But will these sanctioning bodies hold Canelo Alvarez accountable for not fighting his mandatories at 168 as being the undisputed champ? Will they take the belts away from him? And say, if you want to hopscotch around and you want to fight 160 or 168 against Triple G, you want to go fight Bivol at 175. These fights are not at 168. You are not defending your titles. You are not putting your undisputed claim at risk.
Well, you got to remember, Divine, with Canelo comes big sanctioning fees. So, of course, they can wait on that. But an individual like Josh Taylor, Jermell Charlo, notice how the WBO and the WBC, they're so quick within 30 days to try to strip individuals for not trying to pick up mandatory defenses. But they won't do that for Canelo, who's had the belts for over like a month, right?
Yeah, and I see my man Don Dada. He said, you guys can wait 5 years for Crawford versus Spence, but you can't wait 1 year for Benavidez. No, I can't wait, and I have never waited patiently for Crawford and Spence. So you ain't talking to me. I've been talking about that fight happening. Yeah, you're about right, 5 years ago. So no, I'm consistent across the board. But Canelo has a problem. He has a history of hopscotching around Mandos. He has a history of hopscotching around and not defending titles and trying to collect belts. He has a history of it.
Do you see what Mountain Football just put in there?
Mountain Football. Triple G has name value. Triple G is a champion. People are saying Triple G can beat Canelo now. Povetkin and White at 40. Duran won a title at 38. Triple G is a tune-up for Bivol too. Wow.
You can beat Canelo now at 41. I could have beat him when I was like 35, 36, 37, but of the age of 41, I can get him now, right?
Who is saying that Triple G is going to beat Canelo? Canelo dick riders. That's who they're saying that. I ain't saying that shit.
But
any channel that I respect that has any type of boxing intellect is not saying that.
Horrible fighter. Andrade's so horrible. And you fight nobody. You want payday.
So what? I don't know what channels are you listening to who thinks that Triple G is going to win based off of what performance? His last fight was average at best. That was a shell. That was a shell of Triple G. So you're basing it off of his last performance? Or are you saying, oh, Canelo looked bad against Bivol, so he has a chance? Is that your case? No, he looked bad because he underestimated Bivol. He went up against a big, strong, distinguished 175-pounder who put a jab in his face and striked him with right hands. That's why he lost. And if Bivol had any type of dog in him, he could have stopped his ass too. But the point about it is this. It's not about Canelo and how he looked. Canelo jumped up and tried to conquer another weight class. He lost. No big deal. You drop back down, you're not a 175-pounder anyway. But Triple G looked like a shell of himself. This is not about Canelo. This is about Triple G. No longer the fighter that he used to be.
Hey, did you?
Haters say Triple G has a chance. Like I said, I don't know who you're listening to, bro.
No, I was gonna say, Divine, he also said that Andrade was scheduled to fight Canelo, but the IBF got in the way. When Chris Mannix went in an interview with Demetrius Andrade, and Chris Mannix, who's a part of DAZN and is also a part of the reporting team, they already said they weren't even going to make that fight. They weren't going to make that fight because they were on the same side of the street. So how can the IBF get in the way of Undisputed when don't we know unifications trump mandatories? And then you can't say that when they allowed Caleb Plant to do that a next weight class higher. That wouldn't make any sense. That would not make any sense.
Yo, it's a tune-up. So Triple G's a tune-up now. Well, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it is. It's a damn tune-up because he lost and he wants to get back into the winning column. But you are the undisputed 168 champion. You shouldn't need a tune-up. Nobody has beaten you at 168, right? Nobody's beaten you there. We need a tune-up for. You lost at 175. That's on you. You took that risk. That's on you. You lost. No big deal. I've already said, yo, a lot of people shred Canelo for getting his ass whooped. I say he got his ass whooped, but I don't dwell on it. He moved up in a weight class that he didn't belong. Yeah, Don Dada. Yeah, he doesn't belong there, and that was proven. So you drop your ass back down to 168 where you got all the belts, and you the champ. Why you need a tune-up? You need to defend your belts against challengers. Triple G's not a challenger.
And Don Dada, just to even piggyback off of my brother Divine, to let you know that he didn't have an IBF mandatory at 160 because he beat Daniel Jacobs, the champion. He sits on the belt for a year. When you beat a champion, you don't have a mandatory until a year. So you got to make that make sense as well. Because I saw you just put that in the chat.
Tune up. Y'all acting like Canelo took a vacation for 2 years. And he coming back after being the champ. So he's like you're basically acting like he pulled a Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had multiple championships.
Mountain football, he's looking funny. He says, so you don't want to practice what you want to do for a tune-up now? Read that comment.
What? So you shouldn't practice his game plan versus a tune-up that'll do pay-per-view buys and just rush to fight Bivol. Canelo will beat Benavidez. Relax. Prove it. Prove it. Prove that you can beat Benavidez. Benavidez is green, right? Benavidez ain't ready, right? He wants a payday. You want payday. You love paying Triple G, though, don't you? Oh, shit. You love paying a Triple G. Oh, because he sells. Oh, that's the excuse now. Oh, I'm going to fight it. So that's, I get it now. I got it. It makes sense now. That's the cover up. Oh, I fight Triple G because we know it's going to sell. That is utter horseshit. You're telling me that Canelo and Benavidez can't sell? Did you not see the arena in Phoenix, Arizona when Benavidez just fought David Lemieux? There wasn't one David Lemieux fan in that bitch. And David Lemieux has been around way longer than Benavidez.
Shit, if Canelo
Benavidez has got a fan base. Benavidez happens to be Mexican-American.
He's from Arizona. He's from that Phoenix, Tucson area.
I'm from Phoenix. So, yeah.
He's from that area.
I know exactly the fan base that he got. And Canelo, if Canelo can sell a fight against Bivol, he can sell a fight against anybody. I'm tired of this. Oh, well, 5 million's better than 1 million.
You could do that. What is that? The Phoenix, Arizona. You could do it at the Cardinal Stadium. That will sell out if you put Benavidez, Canelo with a decent card. That stadium will sell out right there where the Arizona Cardinals play on outside, or if not, you can take it to the Coyote Stadium. For the hockey, they will sell regardless in Arizona. It will sell in Texas. It'll sell out here in the Southwest. I live out here. It's gonna sell. You can put that thing in LA. It's gonna sell.
Guru said Canelo versus Plant did 600K. Imagine Canelo versus Benavidez. Not the same. Nobody knew who Plant was. This is notorious. I want people to understand something. This is a notorious thing about boxing. Floyd Mayweather is one of the few exceptions to this rule. And that rule is boxers, pure boxers, never get the same notoriety as brawlers, punchers, and knockout artists. Those who come and fight toe-to-toe. That has been the storyline throughout boxing history. And the only reason, one of the main reasons why Floyd is an exception to that rule as being a defensive genius and being a boxer is because of two reasons. Number one, Floyd wasn't always just a boxer. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was knocking dudes out. He got notoriety young. Then he beat De La Hoya. So he got that notoriety as well and took over as the pay-per-view king. And then people started hating him, which you can argue 50% of his revenue came from haters, people who wanted to see him lose. Doesn't bother Floyd Mayweather any because he got paid regardless. Nobody knew who Caleb Plant was. Hardly anybody unless you pay attention to boxing. And a lot of that is because he's a pure boxer. Nobody pays any mind to that type of style. People want to see that style lose. It's not a fan favorite style. Benavidez knocks dudes out. He is a fan favorite style. If you don't know about Benavidez, you know about him now. You hearing about him now because what he did to David Lemieux. Are people going to pay attention to what Caleb Plant did to Triox or to Askugi or however? No one paying attention to that shit. I will because I love boxing. But the casuals will not.
He went 12 rounds with Vincent Butts, and then he barely got the former champion Caleb Truex out of there. So, you know what I mean? Caleb Plant's pure boxer.
He's 100% pure boxer. And the only way that you gain the same status as a pure boxer as what a boxer puncher would or a brawler or somebody like that. You got dudes who are brawlers who got 10 losses on their record and can sell more pay-per-views than a pure boxer. Facts. Because that's the way boxing is built. Fan favorite fights. Marcos Maidana will sell out. Well, he will sell fights.
Shit, we can go back before then. Shoot, even one of my fan favorites was Ricardo Mayorga, Fernando Vargas. They were selling out fights, but they had losses. But you knew this was going to be a. You knew it.
And I don't have a problem with it. Whatever. That's what boxing's always been. It probably took Willie Pep, my all-time favorite fighter. It probably took him 150 fights for people to finally respect him. For people to say, oh, well, this guy, he just can't be hit. He's hard to hit, you know. And they continue to throw dudes at him to try and find somebody that can beat his style. And just like Floyd, Willie Pep, and Pernell Whitaker, and all these slick defensive boxers, that's the way it goes. They try to continue to throw certain fighters at them to try and, you know, break the code. And for Willie Pep, it was Sandy Sadler. They found him. They finally found him. But it took 200 fights.
That's a lot of mileage too on that tread. Am I right? That's a lot of mileage on that tread too. So you got to understand the wear and tear.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker was a star, but he had to earn it, bro. Rojai. Sweet Pea had to earn that shit. Look at David Lemieux, a guy who just got demolished. David Lemieux was already becoming a star before he even got a title shot, bro. People were talking about David Lemieux because he was knocking dudes out at 154 and then at 160 before he finally got smoked up by Marco Antonio Rubio. His first loss because of his style. Mike Tyson, champion at what age? 19, right?
I think 19 or 20. Yes, he was.
19 or 20. Style. That's the way it's built.
That's why they always say styles make fights.
And Benavidez is a problem. He is an absolute problem for Canelo stylistically. He's a problem for him size-wise. He's a problem because not only if Canelo can outbox him in parts, which is possible. I'm not denying that. But Benavidez is going to fight until the bitter end. He's built that way. We expect that. We know this. He's going to grind until the last bell.
And I wanted to respond to Don Dada. He said that American Olympians are built faster. So that means Tiger Johnson, he's getting built faster than anybody else. I don't really think so. He's an Olympian. Tiger Johnson and a few others, they're not getting built fast. So Don Dada, you got to rephrase that statement.
I mean, I didn't realize that Don Dada, who's been a part of the channel for so long, was such a Canelo supporter. But it's cool, man. This is why I do what I do, because, you know, it uproots people. Let me know where people stand. And look, man, I don't care. Arturo, I don't know if he's still in here. I got a lot of respect for Arturo. He's a Canelo fan. I don't care if you're a Canelo fan. I just want you to be real. I want you to call it for what it is. That's all I ask. If you want to say, hey, Canelo's my favorite fighter, you know, I like his style, I like what he does, this, that, or whatever. And people get upset. People get upset that I say the things that I say about Canelo. But I am mild. I'm mild compared to other channels out here. Okay? There's channels out here who spend weeks bashing Canelo on the fact that he popped positive on a drug test. They shred him. I am mild in comparison to a lot of channels out here who discredit Canelo. The only thing that I ask is to defend your undisputed title or titles. Is that too much to ask? Instead, you want to fight Triple G, and we don't know if it's going to be at 168. We don't know if it's going to be at 160. Regardless, it's an L. It's a fail. Because if you go to 160 and you lose, God forbid you lose, you're going to say, oh, well, I just can't make that weight anymore. And you are abandoning your belts at 168. And if you fight at 168, Triple G is not a true 168 pounder. He never has been. And he's not in the top 10 of the list of 168. The list is up on the screen right now. So either way, it's a fail. And the only argument that you have, like Mountain Football, is, oh, well, you know, it's a tune-up and they'll sell pay-per-view. Weak sauce. And a lot of you people been on here for over the past decade talking about, oh, Floyd's a cherry picker. Floyd, he only fights that, you know, sells money. But then when it's Canelo, you don't keep that same energy.
Even though Floyd fought Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Juan Manuel Marquez, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, all off their best wins.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget the fact that he beat Hatton with a step back check left hook when Hatton was undefeated.
Knocked him right into the turnbuckle in the 8th, 9th round.
Before Pacquiao ever got his hands on him. A weight drained, looking like shit Ricky Hatton. But that's neither here or there. The only fight that I had an issue with, well, I had two fights where I was kind of like, but one fight for sure that I didn't like Floyd, the Andre Berto fight was kind of pointless. And the Robert Guerrero fight, that was kind of, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know,
I think the
Robert Guerrero never stood a chance.
Remember, but Floyd made $18 million, so we got to say that was like I'll say that was more of a money fight, even though Robert Guerrero, I mean, he was still ranked high in the WBC. And then the Andre Berto fight, I think that was because, remember, Floyd, it was the bout between Victor Ortiz versus Andre Berto, and Victor Ortiz won. So he beat Victor Ortiz for the WBC belt, then he came back around and beat Berto again. You know, he came back and beat Berto. So that's the only thing I could say about that, is just like, maybe he thought Berto was going to beat Victor Ortiz, and Ortiz did win.
Man, it just the consistency. See, I'm consistent, right? Those of you who have been following me on my original channel, right, before I created this one, more than 10 years ago, y'all know that I was a huge Floyd fan, right? And I got a lot of heat and was in the trenches for years. But I call it how I see it. You know, there's a couple fights on Floyd's resume that I shrug my shoulders at. And I keep it consistent across the board. Across the board. And I ain't going to treat Canelo any damn different. I don't treat Spencer Crawford any damn different. Out there bullshitting around. And we go at each other's throats talking about who's ducking the fight. Well, it don't really fucking matter, does it? Because we still don't got it. So we lose as boxing fans because we're too damn busy pointing fingers instead of, going to the fighters and say, yo, stop with the bullshit. Let's make this fight. But, I see Don Dada, you said that he pulled up Hatton from 140 to 147. And so what? He was undefeated, right? And why would Floyd go down to 140? That don't make no sense.
You could say the same thing. Didn't Canelo pull Amir Khan up from 147 damn near to 160?
Exactly. Exactly.
Got to make that make sense too, homie.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, right? This is great. This is a great conversation because that's all this is about. It really is that Canelo took the place of Floyd as being the pay-per-view king, right?
Now they're saying, I guess Mountain Football said that Floyd ducked he ducked Kell Brook after just beating Pacquiao, which made him the 3 belt holder because Floyd had the WBO, WBC, and the WBA. So all he needed was Kell Brook's IBF. They're now saying that was a duck.
Don Dada, that's exactly what I'm saying. But are you keeping the same energy, though? Okay, you want me to point out that Floyd brought Hatton up to 147, and therefore the win is not as legitimate as I am claiming. Okay. Well, Hatton was undefeated, though, by the way. Amir Khan wasn't. But I'll leave that to the side. So if you want me to point that out, my question to you is, Don Dada, do you give Canelo full credit for putting Amir Khan to sleep when Amir Khan used to be at 147? So if you say, yes, Divine, you're right. Thank you for taking into consideration Floyd took Hatton up to 147, and I will claim that Canelo's win over Amir Khan is illegitimate as well. Cool.
Can I also get?
Then we can shake hands on that. If not, then you just talking shit, bro.
Can I also get the Josecito Lopez? Because didn't Josecito also come up and fight Canelo up from welterweight too, or from 154? He also had to go up and wait for Josecito.
Yep, that's true too. Good point.
We got to keep it all the way funky.
All right, Don Dada, you give Floyd credit. Cool. I am keeping the same energy. You throw out Ricky Hatton. I'm saying, and my man Terry saying, all right, cool. You want us to recognize that? We're willing to recognize that, even though Ricky Hatton was undefeated, Amir Khan wasn't. But that's cool. We'll recognize it. But we need you to say that Amir Khan fight was a bunch of horseshit.
And I want Josecito. Let me get the Josecito credit too.
Yeah. So it goes both ways, bro. And Canelo is literally, as much as we sit here and we criticize Floyd, and that's what a lot of Canelo fans tend to do. And a lot of Canelo fans, I'm not saying it's Don Dada per se, but I'm saying what I see over around YouTube is that they still feel bitter about losing to Floyd. Oh, Canelo was green. He was young. He wasn't ready, and all this other shit. But then you constantly compare Canelo over Floyd and how Canelo is now the new pay-per-view king and the way he's conducted himself. And you always say, well, Floyd did it. Floyd did it, so why can't Canelo do it?
Well, remember, Divine, and here's, I would never try to cut you off like this on the stream, but I just want to give you context just to say or to give you some ammunition. So we have to talk about Miguel Cotto and also Shane Mosley. They were already past their prime. Why did Canelo fight them? You feel me, at that weight too? Like, why would you do that to some old timers? Because he also has Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley. He has a few Austin Trout. Like he has a few people like that were way beyond their times, way people with losses, things that he shouldn't have fought. Like we got to keep it all the way there. You can't just say because they're in their weight class, like they're not even in their natural weight classes. Like that's what happens when you're over the age of like 32, 33. You start putting on grown man weight. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts. Big Doug, I appreciate that, man. That little quick donation, man. Much love and respect. You know, we cooking in here, man. And I want people to hopefully realize that I love boxing, bro. And I want to see the best fight the best. And Canelo fighting Triple G is not encompassed in that scenario of the best fighting the best, period. They fought twice, a draw and a win for Canelo. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. There's nothing else about what benefit of it is. Oh, well, pay-per-view. Oh, my God. And you know the crazy thing is, we talk about Floyd and Canelo, right? The crazy thing is that Canelo is actually undisputed. He's got all the belts. I don't know if Floyd ever done that.
Did you see what Don Dada just said? He said
He's been unified, but he's never been undisputed. So Canelo actually has a one-up on Floyd, but yet he wants to go fight Triple G. That shit crazy.
I mean, they're holding true. They're holding on to that undisputed, but because of that 4-belt era. But you're able to see what Don Dada just said. He said so. Or was it him? Let me go scroll. He said, "So, bro, why do we give Ugas all the credit in the world for beating a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao?"
Oh, bro, you got to let me cook on that.
Go ahead.
Look, man. Here we go. I knew it was coming. See, they reaching. They're reaching. Oh shit! What can I say next? Oh, their minds are turning, right? It's like a rat maze. I got y'all minds in a rat maze. Y'all doing mental gymnastics right now. Look, man. None of y'all were saying that when Manny Pacquiao smashed up Keith Thurman. Y'all came in here talking about, oh my God, Manny Pacquiao still got it. Manny Pacquiao looks amazing for his age. He can continue to fight the top level. Nobody expected him to do that against Keith, one-time Thurman. And then all of a sudden, he gets his ass whooped by Ugas. Because that's what it was. It was an ass whooping. And they're talking about, oh man, he's 42. He's not the same. And then not only that, then you don't want to give Earl Spence credit for beating Ugas as well because, well, who did Ugas beat? He beat a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Y'all weren't saying that when he beat Keith Thurman's ass.
They don't know how to make it make sense.
Oh, my God. Bro, now you're reaching, bro. You're reaching now.
So now
Juan Minzy says, Matthew Hatton versus Canelo at 154 belt. Shit fight. Yeah, man. And I appreciate that super chat once again, Daquan.
you could also say that Liam Smith fight was trash too.
Yeah, Matthew Hatton fight. It's like, come on. Yeah. That was a cringe fight. Facts, big dog. They did forget about Pretty Boy Floyd. They did forget about him. That was the real prelude to his stardom was Pretty Boy Floyd. 100%. Because he was slick, he was quick, he counterpunched you, he pot shot you, he whipped to the body, and he was stopping people. Because something happened to Floyd. You know what happened to Floyd? He got robbed in the Olympics. And when that happened, he turned into a monster. Right? He was on a mission. And he was wreaking havoc. All right? And so that's a crazy combination when not only do you have the defensive skill, the agility, the counter-punching ability, and all those other skill sets, but then you can actually hurt people as well. Like Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd especially, was a complete package. And people forget about that shit. But that's cool. We got some young dudes up in here. We got some young cats in here. They don't remember Floyd back in the 90s and early 2000s. They remember Floyd Money Mayweather in the 2010s and upwards. And look, anybody who disagrees with anything that I'm saying, oh, Devon, you're saying too much, bro. You don't get it, bro. You reach in as well. You're discrediting Canelo for no reason. Whatever's in your mind right now. This is why I do this. This is why it's called Speak On It. This is your opportunity to click the link and prove me wrong or try to change my mind, right? Don't be intimidated. Just come in here. Let the chat say what they're going to say. We're having a conversation as men or women, if you're in here and you want to come in, about boxing.
Well, Mountain Football did say that Floyd was the perfect fighter. My apologies, Divine. I think I pressed the wrong button, but I'm still here. Thank you for allowing me back in. See, Mountain Football, he is acknowledging Floyd is the perfect fighter. I would have said more Pernell Whitaker with a little bit of power of Roy Jones. We would have been A1 right there, but I'll take Floyd.
Yeah. I just get so confused because in my mind, I'm like, even if you're a Canelo fan, you shouldn't have an issue on calling out this fight against Triple G bullshit. I just don't see how you can defend it. I am honestly completely and utterly shocked and confused as an ardent boxing fan on how you can defend or pretend like it's okay to have a trilogy against Triple G. And nobody has given me a good reason in the chat thus far. The only reason that I've gotten was, oh, well, it will sell.
And it's a tune-up fight.
So that's your reason. It'll sell. Great reason.
No, don't forget, Devon. They also said it's going to be they want to work that.
And Floyd was a cherry picker. Floyd fought for money, but Canelo is doing this because he needs to do it, and it's a tune-up, and he needs to get pay-per-view numbers. But Floyd was the cherry picker. Okay, got it.
Wait, hold on.
Yo, Devon,
wait, hold on. Mountain Football. So you said that Triple G destroyed Canelo? Look at the comment. Do you see that comment right there?
Triple G is still better than Lemieux and Selucky. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't dispute that. What am I looking at? I disagree. It's a tune-up for a guy who demolished him, and it'll say just my opinion, I guess.
What? That don't make no sense.
Go ahead, K-Rod. I'm just trying to read these comments.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy.
Yeah, because the thing is that, like for all these dumbass, Canelo fans trying to say that he's next to Floyd Mayweather, let me ask you one, like basically honest question. If he's the pay-per-view pound for pound number one king, why would you not pay for every single pay-per-view that should have been on pay-per-view when he fought Triple G, Austin Trout, Arislandi Lara, those names that did actually mean something, but those fights were never on pay-per-view. Canelo was not at that point of superstardom yet, leading up to that point. So now, for some weird-ass reason, Canelo fans want to turn like a blind eye to say that Canelo has made all this pay-per-view money. Since when? Did they ever post any numbers out for Callum Smith and Canelo Alvarez yet? DAZN never did that shit. To which that fight by itself was not pay-per-view. That fight was free. You could have easily watched that fight for free just by paying for the DAZN regular subscription.
Right.
And then on top of that, check out the Avni Yildirim fight. That shit was free too, but still, it's just like you can easily tell that the grossing popularity for Canelo's fights that nobody never wanted to see him in have been depleting over time. And if you compare that to any other bigger name fighter like a Errol Spence, Gervonta Davis, I'll use a guy like shit.
Hold that thought. I just want to say,
Yep.
hold that thought, K-Rod. Now, for Don Dada, they said, why hasn't anybody fought in Landy Lara? Lara already got beat by fucking Jarrett Hurd. So you can kill that noise.
Canelo Alvarez never fought Jarrett Hurd either.
Well, and I got a question as well on that, Don Dada. It's like it's a question on your point, but in a little different angle. My question for you is about rematches. Now, to my knowledge, Canelo's only has one rematch on his resume, right?
Correct.
Triple G. So my question is that Floyd Mayweather, right? Since we like to bring Floyd Mayweather into conversation, which fight was closer? Or maybe you can say, or if you say it was equivalent, then I think you get my point.
Don't do it.
Which fight was closer or equivalent? Mayweather Maidana 1 or Canelo versus Canelo versus Lara.
Let's do one more.
Right? Both of those fights were close, yet Floyd rematched Maidana. He didn't have to. But as soon as Canelo got out the back door against the Lara fight and got the decision, he slipped right up out of there and never gave Lara a rematch. Answer me that.
What about Floyd Castillo? Everybody has been saying that Floyd lost to Castillo, correct?
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Why didn't Canelo rematch Lara? And if I want to throw Austin Trout in there, I could. And if I wanted to be an asshole, I can say Danny Jacobs too. That went 12. Danny looked good in part. He looked good in areas.
The only thing was when I watched that fight, like that just looked like a.
He should have had that.
That was a sparring match. I was gonna say that literally just looked like a great sparring match because Danny already knew he had the 10 million in the bag, and he had 10 million before Caleb Plant even had that money. So that's like Eddie Hearn has been giving away paydays, and somebody's giving away paydays.
You want to pay the.
I mean, Canelo beat Lara clearly 7-5. Mayweather damn near lost to Castillo and had his tooth broken by Maidana. Okay, forget about Castillo. And I don't agree with 7-5, by the way, and that's not really clear. You win by 2 rounds, but that's fine. But forget about Castillo. I'm asking about Maidana. That's what I'm highlighting right here. Forget about Castillo. Maidana. So Maidana in the first fight, if you say that Canelo beat Lara 7-5, then I can easily say Mayweather won clearly 7-5 against Maidana in the first fight too. But he rematched him. But Floyd rematched him. Canelo didn't. Canelo, as great as he is, this champion, this all-time great that you guys have built him up to be, has one rematch on his resume. Out of how many fights has he had? The dude has been pro since he was like, what, 17? 15. Not more than one rematch. And he had no choice to rematch Triple G. He had no choice because it was a draw. And a lot of people thought he lost. So, yeah, that's the equivalent to Floyd and Castillo won, where a lot of people thought that Floyd lost. But you want to know something else about the first fight with Floyd and Castillo that nobody wants to mention? Floyd was injured. Floyd fought with one arm.
I need somebody to address Don Dada right now. So he's going to say that Miguel Cotto started at 155. The dude won a belt at junior welterweight. He was a 3-belt champion. or 3-division champion. He won a belt at 140, 147, 154, and I believe 160. I don't know where Dundada's getting his information from. I don't know what you're doing, Dundada, but you're actually showing your true colors. Miguel Cotto started at 140. Do you know this? Do you know your boxing, sir?
Yeah, Miguel Cotto never fought at 155.
Yeah. Did somebody correct him? Like, does he know his boxing?
Yeah, because ever since he had won his super welterweight title against Ricardo Mayorga, he came in at 154, so he made weight. Or actually, no, against Yuri Foreman, he made weight for that. And this is prior to the Manny Pacquiao TKO loss. He's never missed weight for 154. But the only time he's ever fought at 155 was against Sergio Martinez. And that was about it. He never came in at 155. He's always came under 154 or on the nose at 154 heading into a weigh-in. So I don't know what type of dumbass information is that, because I follow this is coming from like a huge Miguel Cotto fan myself, but he's never he's never fought at a catch weight like that, consecutively.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Cotto fought Pacquiao at a catch weight at 145.
To which Manny Pacquiao didn't want to fight at 147. And then Manny Pacquiao, he was too afraid to fight Cotto at 147, and he told Cotto to meet him at the catchweight, or else the fight won't go on. So Cotto basically fought Manny Pacquiao weight trained. Because if he had fought Pacquiao at 147 even, that fight would have been a whole lot more different. And honestly, I kind of felt like that Manny Pacquiao obviously wanted it to be like that, because he couldn't fuck with Cotto if Cotto actually rehydrated from 147. So,
and Don Dada, man, how do you feel about this poll right now that's in the chat? Over 100 votes. 53% says it's got to be Benavidez next. How do you feel about that?
They're gonna say who is
I'm genuinely curious.
They're gonna say who is Benavidez fought, who is he fought to deserve a fight. You know, he hasn't fought anybody. I don't know who Bivol or Triple G fought to fight anybody, but that's their excuse. He's got to fight somebody. He's gonna have to do something. You know their narrative.
Right. Oh, Lemieux wasn't shit. It's
Lemieux's a bum.
Lemieux's a bum. Yeah. And, and the thing is only thing that I can say about Benavidez is that he has literally been calling out everybody the past 2 or 3 years. So it's not his fault that everybody keeps avoiding him. How could you argue that they're not? Even Plant has been avoiding him. Yeah, and they got beef. They've got issues, right? They've got history. And so he went in there against David Lemieux in a situation where I thought David Lemieux was going to do a lot better. And he just completely demolished. He did a better job than Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders combined.
David Lemieux gave it his all, man.
He did everything. He was shell shocked. He was like, he didn't think that Benavidez was that good.
I think he was just out of his element, to be honest.
And that's exactly like after the fight, he was just like he was lost for words. Like, what else can he say? He's like, this dude's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah,
like,
he's
damn.
so good.
He's like, he's so good. Like shit, like. And I feel him on that. And I felt that reaction was genuine. He's a warrior. He didn't want the fight to be stopped. He would have probably fought to the bitter end. But, it is what it is, right? He was really shocked. And I think with Benavidez, right, he's the perfect example of it looks easy until you get in there. Because you think, oh, he looks a bit lanky, he looks a bit awkward, he's a big body, he's a big frame, he's easy to hit, whatever, right? But he's that type of dude that, and I've sparred dudes like him before. I've sparred guys like that where it's like, this guy doesn't look very athletic. He's kind of lanky, kind of like walks around weird and shit. You get in the ring though, and motherfuckers start throwing volume at your ass, rangy ass shots, uppercuts and shit. And the uppercuts are coming from a mile away. Right?
Could I chime in?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Because I actually, made like a good point the other day to somebody else about this. But David's style, like, I'm not too sure if it's true. Like, if you can like agree with me, but his fighting style is like a mix of Carlos Monzon with a Tommy Hearns. Because like, if you really think about it, he gets stronger as the fight goes on. And then on top of that, his pressure is so good to the point where it's very similar to Errol Spence in a way, but it's like a Tommy Hearns, like, walk you down type of style, with like the Carlos Monzon, break him and chop him with heavy loaded shots. And I think David Benavidez has such a good educated pressure because not a lot of guys can fight like that because it's very, very risky to get hit like that. But the fact that he's very, very confident to stay inside the pocket to make you miss a lot and to make you very uncomfortable, that just shows, the level of confidence that David Benavidez has in a skill set and the more danger that he possesses as a athlete in general, because it's like he's not afraid to take those risks, as a fighter, to basically make you super duper exhausted and to make you very, very discomforted, because that's something that very rare fighters do, because they're very, very confident to hurt you and to come in there to make you break. And I think that's something that David Benavidez is not being credited for, because to me, that's like a true warrior, type of style. That's a very hard style to fight. And then on top of that, he's super awkward with it too. So like it may look like that David Benavidez, he's very susceptible, but in all reality, he's really not. He's a very, very dangerous high level threat, and he just gets stronger as the fight continues. I even I basically just call him like the Mexican version of Tommy Hearns, honestly.
Yeah, I can see shades of that for sure. But I think one key word that you said was he doesn't let you get comfortable. He makes it very uncomfortable for you. Right? And even though he's not like a one-hitter quitter top fighter or anything like that, but he just keeps piling it on you. You know what I mean? And what set me back in my seat was when he did clip Lemieux and Lemieux fell into the ropes and tried to cover up and survive. This dude stepped to the side and like quadruple left uppercut on his ass. Like pop, 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 pop.
Oh, it was 7 uppercuts straight. Damn the uppercut.
I was like, damn. That's some throwback fighter shit right there. That's some shit the throwback fighters used to do, right? Load up with these like 5-6 uppercuts and shit. So, he impressed me a lot. And I just find it ironic that a day after the fight, a day after Benavidez wins in that type of fashion, Canelo comes out and says, oh, if you guys were wondering, I'm going to fight Triple G.
Yeah, David Benavidez is the Kevin Durant of boxing. He's just keep getting better every single fight. And honestly, like what really made me very proud of him is that he's actually boxing now. He's actually utilizing, fluid movement, and he's actually like making the fight a lot more technical on the inside and mid-range distance. And I think honestly, like if he continues to keep getting better with that, I don't see anybody beating him. I think like the only person that has the highest ceiling to potentially beat him would be David Morrell. And David Morrell, he's a very, very deadly southpaw. And I'm very high on all southpaw fighters. But I think David Morrell, he would be in a very, very tough fight with David Benavidez. If David Benavidez actually uses his boxing ring IQ and his boxing fundamentals, that's a very dangerous fighter that nobody can really mess with.
Well, I just feel like I've stretched this as far as I possibly can, and I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to beat a dead horse, and I'm really starting to feel like no matter who Canelo fights, Canelo fans are just going to be like a pig and shit and be satisfied with it and happy just to see their man Canelo. And it's just getting to the point where, see, that's some fanboy shit right there, where you don't hold your favorite fighters accountable. I got no problem holding any of my favorite fighters accountable. I don't know why you guys have a problem doing it. I really don't. So it is what it is, man.
What's up, Divine?
Big dog. What's up, man?
Hey, am I the only one that thought David Benavidez kind of took it easy on Lemieux in some of those rounds?
I don't think so. I think honestly he just, took his time and he made David Lemieux, get comfortable, and then the minute he actually hurt him, he was like, all right, well, this isn't like what you actually expected out of me. So
well, I think he hurt him in the first round, and I thought he could have finished him in the first round.
Yeah.
And he hit him, and he let him stumble back into the ropes. Then he walked up to him very slowly and started hitting him. And I thought if he would have jumped on him, he could have knocked him out right then and there.
I thought he almost knocked him out of the ring, honestly.
I don't think he expected to hurt Lemieux that quick either. To be honest, I thought he was kind of mentally prepared for it to be a little bit more of a battle, and he may have to take a big shot at some point, right? So when he landed that left hook, he just kind of stood there for it. He kind of paused. He was like, "Damn." Like
I know. That's why I was like, I mean, it just looked like to me, especially in the second round, he was kind of just like, and then,
yeah.
And then he's like, all right, it's time to stop him. And yeah, I mean, I thought that could have been a first round knockout or at least a second round knockout. So
I think he took, I was watching the replay earlier, and he did take a right hand from Lemieux. Lemieux got a little bit desperate and swung a big right hand, and he took it. I think that was like in the second. And I think when he took it, I think he knew, he's like, all right, he's got some power, but I can take it. So at that point, he's just like, I got to put my foot on the gas. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, because he was a little bit, especially early, before he landed that left hook, he was respectful of Lemieux. Lemieux was getting off some jabs, and Lemieux was moving around, trying to do like a peekaboo. And he was a little bit careful. He was like, okay, let me see. But yeah, so when he clipped him with that left hook, that's why I feel like he was like, oh shit, that was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, David Lemieux is not a real 168er. You know what I mean? Like that punch by a big man, like he's a much bigger guy. He felt it, obviously. And I think David Lemieux was like, damn, he was shocked to get clipped that early. And it's not like David Lemieux, he's been cracked before by big punchers and have never been hurt like that, Triple G hit him with some big shots, and he took it before he ultimately got stopped. But that was like later. It was like, what was it, like 9 or 10 when Triple G?
Something like that. I think it was 8, 9, 8, something like that.
Yeah. So it's not like he's got a weak chin. The dude is a brawler. I don't want to say a brawler, but he's a puncher, right? So he's used to getting hit with shots. He's used to taking a shot to give a better shot as well. So it's not like he doesn't have a chin. It's just that Benavidez, he's just that guy. You know what I mean? And you got to give him that credit. And that's exactly why, for me, I'm optimistic, right? So we didn't know what Canelo was going to do. There's been a lot of rumors and shit after he lost to Bivol, and we kind of sitting and waiting. Benavidez fights, and literally, he fights and wins phenomenally. And literally a day after, the news breaks that he's going to fight Triple G. And then after that, he's going to go rematch Bivol. And I'm like, nah, I can't accept this.
Why nobody
now
wants to
we're
watch that fight? Nobody cared about that fight at all.
They're bringing in Billy Joe now. You guys are really bringing in Billy Joe Saunders now? Look in the chat. They want to mention Billy Joe Saunders now?
Yo, and if you want to say Canelo, he cracked Billy Joe's eye socket and broke it, and and he's just that strong and powerful and all this different stuff that Canelo fans like to say. I'll tell you this though. Y'all out here talking about Lemieux's a bum. Lemieux was seriously hurt and was willing to fight until the very end. It had to be stopped. Billy Joe quit on the stool.
Yeah, Lemieux went out on a shield.
Big
And I
fact.
mean,
Billy Joe Mountain Football quit. He quit.
But y'all
BJ
can
Penns are quitters.
never say anything about Yuriorkis Gamboa either. At least Yuriorkis always went down in the ring. He never quit on the stool.
Gamboa, he's never backed down in any dangerous situation, but every time when he's gotten hurt, he always went out on a shield. Like, now that's something that you got to give Gamboa credit every time he loses.
How did Gamboa get just comes?
No, it's because I always see everybody talk about, Gamboa's getting knocked out and everything else like that. But I'm like, I never seen him quit. Billy Joe quit. He quit on the stool. That's an RTG.
Straight up.
He retired.
And do you know what the Canelo fans say? They say, "Oh well, if he would have kept going, he would have got permanent eye damage or some shit like that."
Wait,
Yeah, they say that shit.
Ugas would have got permanent eye damage, but Ugas was still trying to fight, right?
This is my problem. This is my problem right here. When it comes to even corners or referees stopping fights, sometimes it's like these men and women, they step into the ring, they know what they're getting themselves into. They know what they're signing up for. And a lot of people say, well, they're damaged, or you can fuck up your eye, your ear, your whatever, your jaw's broken, or whatever. It's an accumulation. You don't got to take that type of damage. Fuck all that. One punch can be life-threatening in boxing. One punch.
Yeah.
So why you in the ring? Why are you a boxer? Go be a lawyer. Or if you can't help yourself and you want to compete in combat sports, go wrestle then.
I mean, motherfuckers
Go do
can die in
jiu-jitsu.
wrestling too.
Right? This is not a joke, bro. This boxing's not a joke. I'm with you 1,000% on that. But do not ever in the same breath compare some of these modern day fighters to those throwback fighters. Those throwback fighters, broken nose, broken jaw, blood all over the place, eye all swollen up, both eyes swollen up. Can barely see. The difference is Billy Joe got paid and he quit like a bitch.
Yeah.
On the stool.
Yeah, Mike.
You know why? Because Billy Joe's pride was hurt. Billy Joe was used to slipping, bobbing, weaving, making fun of fighters, right? He was clowning David Lemieux when they fought. He been doing it, right? And all of a sudden he got caught. He got hurt. And this dude quit. And he didn't care because, I'm getting paid anyway. Bitch. Talking all that shit, too, before the Canelo fight. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And what are you doing going to toe-to-toe with Canelo anyway? I thought you were a boxer. That shit don't make any damn sense. So, forget all that shit, man. I'm tired of Canelo fans saying, he beat a real good fighter, man, and Billy Joe. He was real good until he got cracked, and he wasn't so good anymore. And where's Billy Joe been since that?
Mountain football. Hold the hell on. So you wouldn't fight with a broken eye socket? What did Naoya Inoue do against Nonito Donaire? He had a broken cheekbone, a broken orbital, and still won. God damn, bro. Do you watch boxing? Does he watch boxing? And Nonito Donaire is a hell of a puncher.
If champions, like, you know, they're just due, right?
Bro,
what?
These casuals are reach. I never thought Divine and everybody on here, I never thought these people be reaching so hard. They're reaching, they're pulling at straws now.
Welcome to the true boxing narrative, right? It always happens, right? We're the minority. You know, that's the thing, man. Hardcore boxing fans, we're actually the minority, man. That's what it is, right? So you got to exercise patience sometimes. But yeah, sometimes it is a little bit of ridiculousness because I continue to be poignant and then you continue to spew out dumb shit. So
Devon,
it's a question of your ability to understand and adapt and learn and, you know what I'm saying, just be better. And by the way, Billy Joe hasn't fought since he lost to Canelo. This dude has disappeared. He literally pulled a Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury and Billy Joe are cut from the same cloth. When Tyson Fury beat Klitschko, the man went out and got addicted to cocaine and alcohol and ballooned up to 300 plus pounds.
Dude, have you seen Billy Joe now? That man looks like a fucking heavyweight. This is all foot, dude. He's eating good off that money. Whatever they got in Europe, he's eating good.
Oh, but he's such a great fighter. Oh, he was so good. What is it with these UK fighters, man? Fuck it, I'm going to say it. What is it with them? Somebody explain to me.
Pussies.
Tyson Fury, Billy Joe Saunders. Here's another one for you. The Prince.
Not Naseem Hamed. Please don't say Naseem Hamed.
Got beat up by Barrera, disappeared, and now he's walking around 250 pounds when at one time the dude was a small fighter.
He was a 130 pounder. He was a 130 weight.
I found it surprising that he actually retired at 29 years old.
29. But that's the thing. Look at the similarities. Billy Joe, right? And the Prince, right? Slick fighters, clowning dudes, hands behind their back, and all of a sudden they get smacked up and they disappear off into oblivion.
Notice they both got beat by Mexicans too.
Marco Antonio Barrera embarrassed. He embarrassed him.
Knocked him down twice.
And Billy Joe got embarrassed too.
Yeah, remember, Marco Antonio Barrera knocked Naseem Hamed down twice. Not once, twice. Doing that hands behind the back, hand low defense. Trying to just
chin all up in the air and shit.
Got clipped twice.
Chin all up in the air and finally got clipped because you know what? He finally fought a high caliber fighter. And that's me giving respect to Canelo. But what I'm saying is stop this bullshit about how good Billy Joe was. The dude's a quitter, and he proved who he really is because after he lost, he disappeared. He didn't say, oh, man, I took a loss like a man. At least David Lemieux take losses and come back. And David Benavidez made a good point. He said, nobody's willing to fight me. Respect this man right here, David Lemieux. He's the only one that's willing to sign the contract and fight me.
David Morrell was the only person calling out David Benavidez. And then on top of that, sadly but surely, Edgar Berlanga said he wanted to fight David, but then, you know, like we obviously knew about the whole situation behind that. He obviously didn't want, you know, any problems or any parts of him. So I just figured that put that point out there. But yeah, David,
very true.
Berlanga got dropped by a journeyman. Come on now, that's like Tim Tszyu calling out Jermell. That's like Terrell. So Tim Tszyu, you want Jermell Charlo after Terrell guy Shaw dropped you? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Edgar Berlanga, come on, man.
After he got dropped by what's that journeyman? And then you got Tim Tszyu talking about Jermell.
Marcelo Coceres.
Yes, he got dropped,
Yeah.
and then it's like Tim Zoo. It's like Tim Zoo. You're calling out Jermel. You got dropped by Terrell Gauchaw. Let's stop this. You're not
As
ready.
soon as you say, "Oh, what's that dude's name?" You know it's an issue.
Well, it was a journeyman. I was like, it was some Caucasian dude, but I remember he dropped Berlanga, started pounding on the little canvas and got up. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, he almost stopped him too.
See what I mean?
I'm actually going to the Edgar Berlanga card for the June 11th card. So
Oh,
And
where's it gonna be
let
at?
me say this too, man.
yeah, but it's over at the MSG.
Okay.
And unless you've boxed before and you've been punched in the face and you've been hurt, right? Then you don't really truly understand. And I say that with all due respect, right? So I'm not criticizing Billy Joe necessarily because he quit. I'm criticizing him because he didn't admit that he quit. See, that's the thing. Boxing has a way of humbling you. Right? And it's like if you get hurt and you feel like you can't continue for one reason or the other, then, hey, like, I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? I don't want to risk that.
But come on, this is the hurt.
But another issue though too, I got to be real about it, is like I'm talking, I guess, more of along the sense of like an amateur or you a young pro, you coming up. Yeah, maybe it's not worth getting your eye fucked up because that will ruin your career. Maybe it's better to go ahead and call it quits, right? But Billy Joe is at the top level. It's levels to this shit. That's like LeBron James or Michael Jordan twisting an ankle in the finals and say, "Oh, well, I'm just going to sit this one out."
Yeah.
Never.
You play with one foot. You play with broken fingers. You whatever. Nose bleeding. Look at Steve Nash. Got a or a lot of these other players throughout history wearing face masks and shit because they got their nose broke.
Let me take it to the NFL. Phillip Rivers, he played an AFC playoff game and won off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
They forgot that.
Mountain football.
Chargers.
Yeah, he has a life after boxing, but he is an elite boxer. Boxer is his life. Boxing is his career. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I tried boxing once. It didn't work out for me. I got a life beyond this. The dude has disappeared. You understand what I'm saying? He has disappeared. He's drinking. He's drinking fucking beer at a pub, eating bangers and mash, watching football, getting fat.
Eating fish and chips. That man blew up too. That man blew the hell up.
So
I don't even feel bad for him. He's a piece of shit.
So that's what it is, man. And Tyson Fury did it. The Prince did it.
Didn't he throw chicken at Deontay Wilder when he came out there to Europe? Or when he came out there, wasn't he the one that was throwing chicken at Deontay? I think he threw
so, yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that.
Oh yeah.
What, man? He got it. That's all the karma he got coming back to him. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, Billy Joe, and Tyson Fury were talking mad shit about Wilder. They were hanging out at the press conferences together. They were doing interviews together. They're talking about Wilder this, Wilder that. It's like, for me, it's like, I remember one time Fury said, Wilder's a bum. Even Billy Joe can beat him. Billy Joe can outbox Wilder. I'm thinking to myself, man, shut your fucking face.
Shut your bitch asses up.
Are you serious? All Wilder can wear 2 left gloves and fight Billy Joe. And he's going to knock him out. It's like, bro, come on, man. But these guys they're jokes. They're jokes. And I'm sure that UK fans get really upset when I say this. But I got respect for some. There's some British fighters out there that I got a hell of a lot of respect for. Lennox Lewis is one of them.
British people claim that he's not British.
That's a true champion.
Yeah.
That's a true champion. And Nigel Benn, too.
Oliver McCall? Can we get Oliver McCall, too?
Yeah. So
Wait,
I'm
Oliver?
not just attacking UK fighters, but I'm certainly going to say,
I thought Oliver was like American.
Oh, if not, can I get Lloyd Hunnigan?
I mean, Frank Bruno, like I'll definitely give him, all the credibility.
Let me give him that. We got to give him Alan Minter. We'll give you guys Alan Minter too. We'll give you all that.
Oh,
So I mean, Mountain
Chris
Football,
Eubanks
Mountain Football. You're from the UK, huh?
Chris Eubanks Sr. I gotta give him.
Mountain Football from the UK.
Got to give him.
He said.
We'll give him.
No, he said earlier. He said earlier he's from New York. My bad. Okay, you're from New York.
Fucking pussy.
My bad. Oh yeah. You're from New York. Okay.
From the UK.
I don't know, but I don't know, Don Dada. I don't know. Why did the UK people buy pay-per-views, but America pay-per-view numbers so horrible?
Wait, what?
He said
who
UK
makes
people
more money
buy their pay-per-views in the UK,
does
but American pay-per-view numbers are so horrible.
Does UK even make more money than us?
UK pay-per-view is shit compared to American pay-per-view.
Well,
Yeah.
I have no question in my mind. Like, yeah, British fans do support their fighters.
Yeah, but it's
I
like a
agree
small
with
market.
that. They are, but I mean, you're talking about an island. That's an island country
Island full of 65
without
million
nearly the same population. I mean, it's not even compared to America, and they have less sports in the UK than what they have in America on a broader scale. Like, what is it in England, right? Football, probably number one.
And
Y'all got cricket, and you got rugby, and you got boxing. That's pretty much it.
And
Don't even
basketball
compare
too.
to
Don't forget about basketball.
college football. Our college football and college basketball beats you. Don't wait till the March Madness. All that
Facts.
millions and billions of dollars that's running.
March
through all-
Madness does bigger than the fucking FIFA and Euro Cups combined, right?
Yeah, they don't, and then they don't even know
And-
about all the college football money getting poured in with all these NIL deals and all this other stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
our college
I
sports
can't
makes
forget
more
about
than
that.
our college sports makes more than their professional sports.
Shit, the fucking I could even use like my local college out here, U Albany, but the amount of money that U Albany has funded for all big major sports like football, basketball, hockey, soccer, those sports combined do way better than the UK sports. Just saying. Like take any big name university nationwide in America for our sports and put it in the UK, more people will go to those sporting events for college sports in particular versus any professional sport in the United Kingdom.
I agree with you. I'm out here on
Yeah.
the West Coast. I was gonna say we could put USC, UCLA. I'm in California. I'm in SoCal. I'm right here in Orange County. Let's put USC, UCLA.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, I don't know about the numbers. I don't really care. I just know there's more sports in general on a broader scale in America than pretty much anywhere in the world. And I don't dispute that UK fans are fanatics for their countrymen, for their sports, but they're also not always very smart. And what I'm saying is that if you paid either tickets or pay-per-view for Tyson Fury and Dillian White, you are an idiot. I'm sorry.
God damn.
Yep.
And if you say, "Oh well, I gotta support my favorite fighter Tyson or Dillian White, or I'm from the UK, I want to do the right thing and support it," you're an idiot.
Did you guys
Because
support Josh
the
Chandler?
moment Tyson Fury tickled Dillian White, Gucci, I would have said as a UK fan at that moment, there ain't no damn way I'm paying for this bullshit.
What about when Tyson Fury picked up Tommy Schwartz for that ESPN one? Remember when he picked up Tommy Schwartz, or was it Sefi Safiri when they were doing that clown? Remember that? Come on, man.
Sefi Safiri. It was Sefi.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, come on.
That fucking gay fucking gay ass piece of shit.
Look, man. Look, I got friends from the UK. You know what I mean? I've lived abroad for a long time, and when we talk about football, I played it. Football, I mean soccer here in the States. I played it professionally. A lot of my teammates were from England. I learned a lot about English culture and things that they do. And American culture and English culture is very, very different. Very different. We speak the same language, but it's very different, right? And it took me a couple good seasons to adjust to their dry humor, their banter, calling each other cunts and wankers and just the weird shit that they do. It's weird to me because obviously I'm not from the UK. But I've come to have a few friends, you know what I mean? We can meet up, we can have a beer, we can watch boxing, right? It's cool. But like I said, man, there's some weird shit going on over there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The fact that you're gonna support a man who tickles other men, who picks up other men, who slaps other men on the ass, who makes comments about other men's penises, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not cool with that.
Welcome
And y'all
to the
support that.
welcome to the pre-LGBTQ ABC movement. We can now see where it may have formulated. I just wanted to say that. My bad.
You know? So how, I mean, you can say, oh, well, I don't like the man, you know, in that regard. Yeah, I just, you know, I like to watch him fight. I'll tell you this right now, though. One of the big reasons why I've been a Deontay Wilder fan, not only because he brought excitement and brought knockouts, but I liked what he represented as a man and what he fought for and what he put on his back. He actually fought and represented something, right? And I loved his story. I loved, you know, he's got, in my opinion, a Hollywood story that you can easily make a movie about.
It's now, Devon, when it comes to Deontay, you already know, like, that's my dude. Like, when it comes to him, I don't want him to return only because, like, and I love Deontay Wilder. I just want him not to return because with all the banter and everybody else that disrespected you in the sport, don't give him the respect and don't give him that right to come back, because now when the division dies, now they need that spark plug in. If they disrespected you, don't come back. Make them miss you. You know what I mean? Now you're living good. You touched over $100 million. You living good, got great houses, got real estate, got cars. You taking vacations, got a statue. You about to be first, second round ballot Hall of Famer all time. I mean,
He's winning.
Wow.
He's winning regardless. Yeah.
You know, don't give these people that satisfaction.
So my point was that, you know, I'm a fan of Wilder, not just in the ring, but out of the ring, and I'm proud to support him. I'm proud to buy his pay-per-views. I'm proud to go live and talk about him, like, because I'm just proud of what he has accomplished and where he came from, right? I don't understand how you could be proud of Tyson Fury. I really don't. You know what I mean? So my whole thing is, like, how can you convince me that you are a true Tyson Fury fan? If you know, at one point in time, he was a big dude. He was trying to box and he was trying to emulate, like, Ali style, and you thought that was cool and whatever. All right, I guess. But lately, though, like, the whole coming back, the thing that irks me is that, has always irked me and will always irk me, is the fact that as much credit as Tyson Fury fans want or they demand from us as not being Tyson Fury fans, the fact that he's the one that beat Wilder, my whole thing is that Tyson Fury would be irrelevant without Wilder. That's the crazy thing.
You're right. You are 100% right. I want to say shout out to Everything Boxing. That's Keon. Shout out to Keon. I see you in the chat. And then, as you can see, Divine, I want you to see the chat for the Wilder hate that's spewing out now. You can see the Wilder dislike. Are you able to read the comments?
Yeah, I see it
coming out now. You can see their true intentions.
Yes, sir.
Real Talk Mafia says, I was a Wilder fan, but twerking and wearing that red skirt is a hell no. Boxers are fruity these days. All right, wait, hold on. So, Real Talk Mafia, what's up, man? I don't know if you're new to the channel or what. Maybe you're subscribed. I don't know, but first time I'm seeing you in the chat. Okay, then are you okay with Tyson Fury making comments about other men's penises?
Bitch.
So let's keep it 100 all across the board. Because you said boxers are fruity these days. Okay, that includes Fury, right?
Oh, Ricky? Wait, hold on.
Yeah. So I didn't see that. Oh, it's Keon in here?
Yeah, Keon's in there. Everything Boxing. He's Everything Boxing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's up, Keon, man? What's up, good? What's up, bro?
And also, so I'm surprised that you're taking an Instagram video of Deontay Wilder twerking amongst family with his family there. I don't, but then I do that shit to my girlfriend because I know what I'm getting at the end of the night. I'm getting some pussy. Like I'm getting some pussy. I'll freak dance, nigga. I lap dance.
Oh god,
because I love pussy. Like I don't.
This shit cracks me up.
How is twerking for your family and for your wife gay, or how does that turn you off? When are you a male? Do you know how? Do you know your woman likes to see you gyrate? Because are you doing that when you go to bed? Don't tell me you're just a stiff board and she just doing all the work. Like don't tell me you niggas is dead fish. Yeah. I think that we got dead fish here in the chat.
Yeah, the thing is, man, that shit always makes me laugh. Is like people are real suspect. They get exposed constantly when they talk about another man being gay, but on the same turn, they support another man like really being gay. Like you can say, "Oh, that's kind of gay. He's twerking in front of women," but there ain't no men around. But I'll tell you what Tyson Fury's doing. He's kissing men and talking about men's penises. So when you try to criticize a man for being gay, but then you support wholeheartedly gay actions by another man, guess what? You're gay.
They said shaking your butt is homosexual. So that means what are you? So that means I know he never went to a high school dance or anything. So he never did a Sadie Hawkins dance. These people that are saying that you shake your butt when you go to a Sadie Hawkins hip rope, when you move your hips side to side, does your butt not shake?
Hey, Terry.
This is sad,
Terry,
man.
This is the type of dude who goes to the club, stands by the bar with one drink the whole night because he ain't got no money to buy any chicks drinks or even himself more drinks.
Oh, he's the wallflower. He's the wallflower.
And he's the one that sits there and tries to make eye contact with the chick and hopes that she will come to him because he ain't got enough courage to run up on her. And guess what? Dance with her. Grind on that bitch. Make that bitch want you. That's the type of dude that he is.
He's a wallflower. He posted on the wall, not moving.
Yeah, he posted. That's what I want to do, right? I want to get my drink and I'm scoping. I'm like, damn, because that's when a chick really wants me is you be able to dance with the chick.
This is sad. These people, I don't know what's going on up in. If that's if he's over there in New York and he's saying, is he over there in New York? He's never been to Brooklyn. He could have never been to Jamaica, Queens. This man, if you're in New York and you telling me that you've never seen a man dance with or dance on a girl, freak a girl like that, and you're saying that's homosexual, bro, you can't be from
Hey,
you can't.
Yo, Divine.
What? I got something to say. What?
I wanted to tell you, while that I was sitting on this stream, Ricky had like a drawing, right? And surprisingly, I won like $20, but I didn't know like about it. And I told him that I was chilling in your stream, and he said, "Oh, well, did you ask Divine for $20, like for the money that you missed?"
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I haven't been doing no giveaways. That's a Ricky. Ricky be doing giveaways.
Yeah. Like I just wanted to just share that because like I was like chilling with you, and then Ricky, I guess he had like a drawing that I didn't hear. On his stream, but that was just so funny because I was like, man, I really gave away like $20.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Tell Ricky I said what's up, man. We streaming at the same time, but it's all good. But yo, Mountain Football, right? I know you're tight, bro. I got you. Yeah, you a cool dude, man. You get all the ladies. I know you get all the ladies, right? We all seen that dude at the bar, right? We all see him at the club. That one dude chilling at the bar, right? With his hat peeled down like this. Looking like this. Licking his lips and shit. Checking out the chicks. Yeah. Standing there for 2 hours and shit with one drink. That's the type of dude you are. And then your boys come up. Yo, bro, like, what's up, man? You see that chick over there? You trying to get up on it? Nah, bro. Like, I'm chilling right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good-looking dude. They'll come to me, right? Hat peeled down, looking all low and shit, trying to scope, trying to act all cool. But then as soon as a dude, you see him dancing on the dance floor with the chick, grinding on her, doing his thing, he leaves with that chick, gets in a taxi, and you over there hating. Man, you see that dude dancing, man? He dancing. He looking gay. That dude looking gay dancing like that, man. I don't know how he got that chick. He probably even trying to hit that chick. That's probably like one of his girlfriends or something. But he's like gay actually, because he dancing like that.
But I'm going home with this girl. You got
That's the type. That's the type of dude, man. Hey, and that's funny because I used to love when dudes used to hate on me when I go to the club. Because I dance, and I especially dance Latin music. I dance salsa, bachata, merengue. I dance to all that shit, right? And I used to get hated on that all the time.
Do you dance to reggaeton? That reggaeton is
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
of course.
that reggaeton.
Of course.
Shit, man. I love
And they be hating on me like, man, I think this dude kind of gay though, man. Look at this dude gay. Who dances like that's gay? I'd be like, yeah, bet. I be getting pussy on the daily, son. What are you doing standing by the bar with one drink?
Oh, yeah.
How do you expect a woman to have any type of imagination, bro? Like you standing at the bar, like what about you and your physique and your stature is something that she wants any part of, bro? Women want that shit. Women want to be like, oh, damn, he doing this. What is he going to do in the bedroom to me?
They don't know about, they got to make them wonder. They don't know about to make her wonder. Like, if I got all these hip gyrations and movements, you should imagine, nigga, I'm flexible. Come on now. They don't know that. They don't know that. They're like, to be honest, they don't know that. They really don't.
My man Terry be doing the splits on these bitches, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, I'm 6'1", but I'm 170. I'm still flexible. I used to wrestle. Like, dude, like if I could do all this, like you're not gonna make it through this bedroom session. And that's why I'd be like, bro, my goodness, my girlfriend, she'd be like, bruh. It'd be literally, she'd be texting me every time. She'd be over here. She comes over, like, she's coming over tomorrow. I just got to clean up right now. Like, she comes over 3 times out of the week. Got to take care of the daughter and everything. But like I said, like, I'll clean up right now. But, dude, that's how I got her. The cousins hooked me up. Listen, like,
everything boxing, facts. Exactly. You out there hating, but you still can't whoop me, though. So, what it is, right?
Exactly.
It's like, man, I told dudes that many times, and I used to club hard in my 20s, right? I lived in Tokyo, I lived in Jakarta, I stayed a little bit of time in Costa Rica, like hard. And dudes always be hating with their dumbass back. You know, back in the early 2000s, dudes rolling up in the club with fucking throwbacks on and shit, backward jerseys,
big tees,
you know,
2X
big ass t-shirts, like do rags hanging down to their ass and shit. Cat pulled low, talking about, oh, I don't dance, bro. Like, fuck all that. Like, these chicks got to come to me. And I'm out there looking nice. A nice little, you know what I'm saying, little button up looking nice. And chicks be, hey, keep hating, bro. I get more pussy than you blink a day. So keep hating. You out there struggling, looking at you, starving. Bones showing with your big-ass T-shirt on.
Yeah, one thing I learned, you get them Steve Madden shoes, you get a pair of Dickies, you get a nice little button up and a nice little, and a jacket, bro. I'm done. Hey, I'm gonna kill this girl. I'm looking good already. Let me throw on some like, what is it, Don Ellis cologne, bro. I got your girl now. I got her now because I know how to dance, I know how to move, I know how to do everything. Other people, they don't understand that, and then that's why they hate on other people. Like they hate on Deontay. He's doing that for his wife. He's doing that for his kids because at the end of the night, he was dancing at night at a family barbecue. And it's like, let's be honest, this is about probably 10, 11 p.m. What's going on at 1:32 a.m.? Let's be honest.
Oh, they all lit. Everyone lit.
No.
Everyone,
once the daughters sleep, and everybody else is still downstairs. Like, hey, let me go grab your hand.
Man, they don't know, man. Anybody ever? If anybody ever been to a barbecue or get late at night, everybody's lit. Your family dancing with one another. Y'all goofing around. Man, I don't even gotta put any energy into the whole twerking thing because I find it ironic that he gets caught dancing with his family, twerking or whatever the hell he was doing, having a good time, and that shit go viral. But then Fury out here talking about penises, and everyone turn a blind eye to it. So therefore, I got nothing to talk about. It is what it is. Hey, call it how you see it.
True.
I know what time it is. I know exactly what time it is. But look,
I'm with you 100%.
You got to go over to the other podcast, man, because we can be talking about a lot of different stuff. We're gonna be talking about we can be kicking it, telling stories. about hitting up chicks, talking about secrets, how to pull chicks, how to do all that. We're going to talk about all of it, relationships, everything, man. So make sure you all subscribe to the other podcast that I got, man. If you guys don't know, the Eternal Beast podcast, because I'm about to get that popping here soon, probably by the beginning of June. So I try to keep this channel about boxing. I do most of the time, but every once in a while, somebody got to come in, say some dumb shit, try to tell me how a man should act. See, I don't know, man. I think you have a little bit of a confidence issue in your sexuality when you worried about how I'm operating.
He might have a little bit of sugar in his gas tank, if you know what I mean.
Hey, it's 2022, bro. Hey, at the end of the day, I never got a problem. Do dudes want to be gay? My concept has always been this. You want to be gay, that's your thing. Hey, do your thing. That's just more pussy for me anyway. So it ain't hurting me any. Long as you keep that shit over there, we can say hi. Hey, how you doing? You good? All right, bro. Have a nice day. You gay? Cool. Stay over there. In the meantime, all these chicks, they're available for me because you want to be gay. So it's no sweat. I never trip.
Shoot,
I never trip.
I know a person like you, like I know when you come out there, like trust me, like a person like you, like with shit, I would be like, dude, I would be surprised if you don't walk out with 2 girls. You feel me? Like I know you could pull one and bring your friend. I'm gonna serve both y'all. You know what I mean?
No, ain't no doubt, bro. Like, look, man, it's all about confidence in your sexuality. Like you should, if you got questions in your mind, or if you spend time like talking about other dudes being gay, and I think this dude gay. Look at him. Look, I think if you put that type of energy into something, you ain't focused at the task at hand, which is getting pussy. Then I think you got confidence issues, bro. Like I don't even worry about what other gay dudes do. And like in my circle, I got friends who are chicks, right? We go out, they got gay friends. For me, I'm like, oh, if there's a gay dude chilling with my group of friends, that's more chicks for me. Because they're going to come and chill with him because he's gay. So they feel like they're comfortable with him. So I'm going to slide through the back door and be like, yo, what's good? Oh, yeah, you like my friend? You like my friend Jerry? Yeah, Jerry, he cool, man. He gay, but I ain't gay. So
And
what's
shit,
up?
don't let Divine or me have a fresh ass lineup and some good and a good fit on. At least just the jacket. If you have the jacket and the button up, don't even need a tie, bro. Your girl gone. Girl gone. She gone, man.
Hey.
No, we're gonna borrow her for a few hours, and she'll come back home. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. And the thing about it is like you ever been to a club and you see some chicks, they try to be clever. See, some chicks, they try to test you. They try to test the dude's manhood a little bit. They want to see what you're about because they will go to the club with gay dudes on purpose for 2 reasons. Number 1, they go to the club with a gay dude because they want to act like, oh, this is my safe zone kind of thing. Like, oh, this is my little bodyguard type shit. Like if I would chill with a gay dude, straight guys won't come to me because they don't want to affiliate, right? So they do that shit on purpose. And they also do it for an excuse. So if you're the type of dude that feel uncomfortable around that situation, then you got some internal shit going on. For me, it don't matter no bit. I can walk up and they can be like, oh, this is my friend so-and-so, da-da-da. And obviously, I'm going to know that they gay right off the bat. But hey, how you doing, bro? You good, man? Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, my name's so-and-so, da-da-da-da. Yeah, we all chilling. Hey, can I get you guys all a drink? What do you like to drink, bro?
And
of course,
12 seconds. The first 12
and
seconds.
of course,
Yeah.
And of course, these gay dudes are gonna be like, "Oh shit, like he's cool actually. Like, all right, he cool, man. All right, yeah. Hey, thanks for buying me a drink. Now we all chilling. Now, this chick, she respects you because you comfortable in your own skin and you making it about her, but you're including her friends. You see what I'm saying? So dudes chilling in the back talking about, man, this chick over here fine, but she hang out with these gay dudes. I ain't got no time for that shit. Bro,
What?
you got some internal issues, bro. You got some internal issues.
And that's why I said, like, no, we could jet the conversation. I know we grilling mountain football right now because all his stuff he's saying. Like, we grilling him. I know he's done, but no. And like I said, hey, Divine, if you ever come out here near LA, I'm in Southern California. You can always come out here. Just let me know, and I'll treat. We'll go to a good dinner, not like we get. And then I know some spots out here in Newport. I know where the Cougars be at. I know where they be at. I mean, we can pull some shit. I know where they be at, and You already know what I mean. You feel me? They already hot and ready. They hot and ready like a $5 Little Caesars pizza. You already know what I mean.
For me, I love the game. I'm not really crazy about it. I'm getting older and shit, but I used to love the game, bro. I love the like, you got to have tactics. You got to have strategy and shit. Like, to me, I love it. I love the hunts. I love, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's the top dog in this bitch, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm competitive in everything that I do.
Who's got that mouthpiece? Who's got that mouthpiece? Let's be honest. Who got that mouthpiece? Because you can pull it if you got that mouthpiece.
Exactly. I don't really care what kind of car you drive. I don't care if you got a penthouse. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care if you coming in with Louis Vuitton fucking slippers on like you're King Richard III. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Right? It's all about how you present yourself and what you about, right? Women love confidence. When women love men who are they don't fold under pressure, right? Unwavering. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, right? It is a competition out here, bro. It's lions. We're out here. We're lions. Are you a lion or are you a sheep, bro? That's what it is. And so I'm competitive in everything. When I play checkers, if I lose, I get pissed. That's just the type of dude that I am, right? So for me, it's like, all right, what kind of talents do you got, right? For me, I can talk. You know what I mean? Some dude might look better than me. He might dress better than me, maybe better looking than me. But I know I can talk, I know I can dance, and I know I got other skills, and I'm confident in myself. And I know, and you got to act like, bitch, if you ain't feeling me, that's your loss. Right? You want to act like, oh, I'm kind of feeling this other dude out here, man, because he promised me a ride in his Porsche. Oh, okay. Your loss. Because he about to take you home, and he's going to be that, I don't want no minute, man. That's what's going to happen.
No shit.
That's what you're gonna be singing. That's what you're gonna be singing.
You fucking with a Missy Elliott. That's that 1 minute, man. God damn.
1 minute.
God damn. That's that Missy Elliott 1 minute, man. God damn.
Bro. And why is somebody singing a song like that? Why? Because that shit happens daily to chicks out here, bro. These dudes out here putting minute. They be putting a minute, bro.
She didn't even break the sweat. My heart rate didn't even go up yet. She's over. You done? My heart rate didn't even beat.
Yo, hey, Real Talk Mafia. If you married, bro, hey, good luck to you, man. We talking shit right here. So if you don't like it, bro, you know how to exit. But look, I was just talking to a. There's always some dude like that, man. It is what it is. I was just talking to a chick, one of my homies out here. She lives out here where I'm at. She's from Denmark, right? This beautiful, like, blonde hair, model looking chick, whatever. But we be chilling. She goes to one of my gyms. And so we're kicking it we're having some coffee. And she's like, yo, I want to catch up with you. I want to get a man's perspective about something. I was like, all right, what's up? So we had coffee, man. And she was telling me this story, how she went out, met this dude, good looking cat, whatever. And they kicked it off. They went back to his hotel because he was here traveling. And she was like, I haven't gotten you in a while. So, he was a good looking guy. He's really nice. So, just trying to get some dick, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So she goes up, and she straight up told me that she was so shocked that he finished in like 2 minutes. She's like, he's busted a nut in like 2 minutes, right? And she said, I didn't know what to do. And then she asked the dude, hey, look, because she thought that he would be a little bit embarrassed. So she was trying to be nice, and she was like, "Oh, you done?" He's like, "Yeah, man, it's so good. Like, you feel so good. Like, I'm done."
You didn't want to. So she said, "You gotta get a rematch."
So she said, "Well, can you at least do something for me?"
You got to do the nana. You got to eat. You got to eat. Hey, man, you got to get hungry. Now it's time to eat. So he said. You got it.
So she said, hey, I've had a great night so far. Don't spoil it like this. Like, you got to at least do something. Like, I got to get off. Like, that's why I'm here. And this dude acting like, oh no, I don't do that type of shit. Like, I don't go down on chicks.
That is a man.
And he left that bitch.
That is a Mando. What the man? You gotta do that.
He left her, bro. He left her. And then she said, look, you got to explain yourself. And he talking about, I don't know what to say, but you just felt so good. I didn't expect it to feel so good. So I busted. And like, I just don't, I'm not that type of dude. I don't go down on chicks.
Wait, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, he ain't, that means that man ain't got no girl. Because what, man? Tomorrow, my girl, when she comes home, you already know what. My goodness, let me just put the little
and see, she's like my friend. She's like my friend, right? So we don't really get down like that. I respect her that way, but the way she looked at me, it was like almost like, yeah, like I might need you to do something about this. I'm like, oh shit, it got real awkward. I'm like, hey,
hey, I'm gonna be, hey, bro, if you. And I hate to, and I'll tell you this. One time I had to do that with a friend, but it's like, because sometimes they be trying to deal with these dudes that be talking to them, and then they don't really know how to satisfy. And you know how people like us are, we can talk and big game our stuff up. So it's like, now they want to get a sample. They be like, if you talking all good about can I get a sample? Because I didn't get broke off properly yet. You feel me? That's true. And
the worst thing, and this is like some advice for everybody out there, especially all the young cats out there. The worst thing you can ever do to a woman is talk all this shit about you can do this and you can do that and you can make her come this way and make her come that way. And when she gives you the opportunity and you don't provide what the shit you've been talking about, bro, that is the worst thing that you can possibly do to a woman, because
she slayed on text messages. She gonna slay on the text messages to her friends.
You know how many times women have been disappointed in their life when it comes to the bedroom, bro? This is a lot of the reason why they're so hesitant and so defensive, because men be out there talking shit about I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And when the time comes, they're out here 5 minutes. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? Hit the stopwatch. Boom, 5 minutes. Sorry. And so they experience that so many times in their life. I guarantee you, and I encourage every man to do this. Do it just for fun. Do a social experiment. If you got a couple chicks that you rotating, or you talking to a couple chicks on apps or whatever you got going on, or you go to a bar, club, whatever it is, ask 20 women. Ask 20 women if they've been not satisfied more than they have been satisfied when it comes to the bedroom. And I guarantee you, all 20 of them are going to tell you, I've been dissatisfied more than I have been satisfied. And as a matter of fact, you can take it to another level. A lot of women will tell you that they can only count on one hand how many guys have made them have a multiple orgasm. On one hand.
True. No, I'm going to believe him 1,000%. I'm not even going to go against you.
I'm telling you. And see, in the West, right? Europe, America, shit like that. Most women are more open about it. They'll tell you straight up, right? But you come out here and like Asian cultures, they don't speak about it, right? Because it's like embarrassing. And a lot of them don't even know what good sex is. They just don't. They're just like, man, I guess this is just the way it is. Dude's just out here, busting in 5 minutes. All right. Right.
Hey man, I'll tell you like this. My last girlfriend before I got with the one who I'm with right now, the one who's a nurse, like, dude, I was with a South Korean girl, and let me tell you, every day she was coming over for 14 months. And she was literally, even though I spent some money, they like to eat good and everything. Dude, she was telling me so much about ex-boyfriends. And then she was talking about, she was telling me about, like, she was always a giver, not a receiver, if you know what I mean. She never, she was always a pleaser, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And it's a remarkable moment when you're in your rhythm and you're doing your thing and you're putting in work, and a chick look up at you and their eyes roll back in their head and they just scream out, oh my God, I never felt this good before, right? And their whole body shaking.
Shit, I had a few girls that said like, "Dude, I love you." I'm like, "What the fuck? Don't use the L word. Like, you say the L word is you gonna make a nigga catch all kinds of feelings. Don't use that L word." I've had multiple girls say, "Nigga, that L word." I'm like, "Bro, don't be." I don't think you feel good, but don't say that L one.
I don't care what nobody says. Men, before we get sex, we are savage, right? It's a primal instinct. We say we do dumb shit. We do whatever it takes to get that ass. And women play that whole thing like, oh, you can't, I ain't like that. I don't get down like that. I ain't no hoe. I ain't this. I ain't that. Like, you got to work for it. You got to prove it. And we out there breaking our back, spending money, do whatever we can to get that ass. But on the flip side, when women finally take their clothes off and they getting worked, the shit that comes out of their mouths and the things that they be doing is on a whole nother level than to us dudes, right? Like, they be saying all kinds of crazy shit.
Dude, I had a girl that told me, "Keep going. I love you. You're at my spot." I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna just hold it right here. I'm not even gonna fucking move. I'm gonna hold it right here." Because you say you like it, right? I'm gonna hold it right here.
I'm gonna hold it right.
I'm gonna hold it right. Hey. If you say you like it, then shit, I love it. I'm gonna hold it right here for you then.
Hey, this is some real shit y'all hear, man.
But here's the thing, and only on Divine Sense Boxing do you get this real. But this was only started because when you bring that Deontay hate, like, this is that kind of culture. That means you hate to be honest, you hate heterosexuality. We are men that love women and we love our boxing. We are grown men. We are physical. Like, I don't understand how you can try to talk about a grown man like Deontay and not mention Tyson Fury, even though the conversation is about Canelo. But if we have to detract it here, you're going to know that you're dealing with real grown men who deal with real women, who have real relationships. Like, you people, I don't know what they're thinking online. Like, you know what I mean? But I want to say, Divine Boxing, I love how you keep it 1,000 trill. You keep it in a thou wow.
Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't plan to talk about this shit, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, people bring it up. People bring it up on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm just talking about boxing and I'm talking about twerking. And see, for me, it's automatic. It's automatic in my head. Like, you start complaining about another man twerking with his family at a family event where he's having a good time, not expecting a situation like this to go viral, right? But anyway, for me, it's automatic. It's like, bro, why are you even pointing that shit out? I'm trying to say Tyson Fury talking about other men's penises. That's a problem. Like, that's a real issue. So when you're not willing to pay any mind to that, but you worried about another man twerking, automatically my mind goes to, oh, that's that type of dude. That is that type of dude that sits at the bar, like I said, got some skeletons in the closet, but he trying to act like he's the most masculine man in the bar, but he chilling. He ain't making any moves. He's sipping on a little drink, cap peeled low, looking, right? And also, if I make eye contact with him, he trying to mean mug me and shit. Like, what bitch are you looking at?
That self-hate kind of thing.
I'm like, hey, man, I'm sorry that I got a nice Colombian bitch riding my dick right now to this reggaeton song. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm just looking at you like, why you chilling there? There's a lot of pussy out here. What are you doing over there? I'm trying to help you out.
And that's the thing. I don't think they even know about that new reggaeton music that be coming out with the beats and the new bass that be coming up, bro. When you go to the clubs, these women are trying to dance. Like, stop being wallflowers. Buy LA water and get out there. Get out there on the dance floor. Buy you a little quick adios. Now get out there. Grab you one.
M-Stack says, if she say, right there.
Shit. You don't want to talk about my ex-girl. She was like, keep it right there. I was like, shit, I'm going to stay. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Hey, Korean chicks, bro, I've had a few of them. And, yeah, man, they're a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. And Japanese chicks can be fun, too. The thing about Japanese chicks, and I'm talking about, like, Japanese. I ain't talking about, like, Japanese Americans. They grew up in the States. I'm talking about, like, real Japanese chicks. They are super submissive, like, on another level submissive. They will do whatever you want, whatever you like. There is no hesitation. It's like, I want to fuck you on the bus tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Like, I'll never forget. I was like 19 when I was living in Tokyo, and I was dating this chick. Her name was Tomoko. I'll never forget it. And she had the biggest natural titties I've ever seen on a Japanese chick. Ridiculous. Wasn't all that like it wasn't all that cute or anything. She was cute, but she wasn't like fine. But she had these big ass tits, and I was like, man, it's like you just gotta have that, right? But
Right.
she was a freak, like crazy shit. So there's this big Ferris wheel in a city called Yokohama, and we're taking this Ferris wheel and we chilling, right? And she was a little bit older than me, so she's a bit more aggressive. And we start making out on this Ferris wheel, and when the ride was almost over, she said, "You gotta fuck me right now." I said, "On the Ferris wheel?"
Whoa.
She's like, "I don't care. Like, I need it right now." I said, "Well, the ride is almost over." She's like, "Well, we're gonna find a spot." So I'm like, "Oh shit." So then when we got off the Ferris wheel, she grabbed me by the hand and she like pulling me. We're going. I'm like, "Where are we going?" She's like, "Well, we just gotta go somewhere." We end up going to the train station in Yokohama. We go in front of the bathrooms, and she says, "Wait here." She runs into the women's bathroom. She comes out. She says, "Oh no, there's too many." She says, "There's too many people in there." And she peeks the door. She literally cracks the door open, looks in the men's room, and doesn't see anybody in there. Grabs my arm, pulls me into one of the fucking stalls. And as soon as we get into the stall, down goes my pants, and this bitch just started going ham.
That is exactly
ham
what
on it, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like 19 years old. My toes were curling, bro. My whole body was shivering. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I'll tell you one worse, Divine. I got bitched into this with my ex-girlfriend. She's Puerto Rican, and we were in college, and she wanted it after her night class at 5:36. And I'm like, so we were walking by the athletic building, and so there were people in the boys' stall, but there was nobody in there was one girl in the girls' stall, and she wanted me to go in there. I kept saying like, no, there's somebody in there. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. I ended up having to go up in there, and I was like, dude, I think we're in there for like 17, 20 minutes only because I felt so uncomfortable, but we got it up in there in that bathroom stall. But it's just like, damn, certain women, when you get them in that mode and when you get them in that mood, they're ready for it at that moment. Let's be honest.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And next thing I know, she doing her thing, and then she get up and she pull her skirt up. She turned around and she's like, I want you to hit it from the back. I'm just like,
I fucking messed up.
so I'm doing my thing, but it's like I'm trying to cover it because like you can hear people coming in. You're coming in, coming out, people washing their hands and shit. And I got my hand over her mouth because she's trying to scream. I'm like, damn, this shit is wild. This shit is wild, bro. But I'll never forget that for as long as I live, bro. I tell this story to everyone. Like, it's a wild as fucking time. And then the crazy thing is like after, you know what I'm saying, it was done, we got out, we snuck up out of there, and then she gave me a hug and she's like, I gotta go. I was like, oh, all right.
Shit, but here's the thing.
That was it.
When you think about that, but look it, you did everything like you were supposed to. Look it. Like same thing like Deontay Wilder, and that's why I made that assumption when Mountain Football was putting that in, because like I said, you know it goes down at 2:30 at night when you're still in the same house. But if I go into a private bedroom, or I go into another the guest bedroom or whatever, or I go into my bedroom, you know what's going down. She'd be quiet, she'd be silent, but you know what's going down up in here. You know what's going down.
Yeah, Demon says, man, where's she at? I need that. She would have got pregnant after that. Hey, yeah, that's a moment, bro. That was crazy too, bro, because that spared the moment, bro. I didn't have any rubbers on me, man. And I'm like,
I love those.
Are you sure you want to?
That's spontaneous. That's within the moment. Those are the best ones when it's right there in the moment.
Wild. Yeah. But I learned after that, though, that I always got to have a condom on me no matter what. Because after that, I was like, these bitches out here wild. Like, I got to be prepared. Hey, and later on in life, I had chicks pull me off into alleyways. I dated a chick that we went to my condo, and I had one of my friends staying in my condo, so we couldn't get in. We were trying to fuck. She takes me to the fire exit. We fucking in the fire exit. Like, you got to be prepared, man. When they want it, like my man Terry just said, like So after that, it's like I always had a rubber on me no matter what. But you got to be careful though. If you don't use it after a few months, you got to exchange it. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, it gets dry and it break and all that other shit, man. So, but real.
No, but I feel you, Divine. And like I said, like shit, we got some very similar experiences. And no, I just only want to mention that because like when you got people that are talking Deontay and talking about all that twerking stuff, like let's be honest, he's married, he's got children, he's doing it for a different purpose. That's what people are saying. What Deontay did was like they're talking about he's being Mountain Football is saying he's being a hoe, he's doing this. I'm like, how am I being a hoe? I'll be a hoe for my wife then. Because I mean, my wife will pay me. I'll do that for my wife. I'll do what? I get money from my wife now. Like I don't think the male aspect truly understands that you do got to please your woman in this sense. And that's why. That's the only thing I wanted to say in regards to Deontay. Because like if you're gonna do like Tyson Fury probably ain't doing shit for his wife. Like what is he doing? Getting drunk, snorting booger sugar. Like what is he doing? Like getting ready for his wife? Like you feel me?
Yep.
But Deontay, you feel me? That's my only thing.
I don't know, man. I look at his wife's face and she don't look like she's satisfied, but that's just me. That's just me.
Hey man,
and I'm not attracted. I'm not attracted to her at all. But I'm just saying, like I can sense that when I talk to chicks. It's like you hit up a chick at a bar or whatever, and oh sorry, I got a boyfriend. Oh yeah, you do? Where he at? Oh yeah, he's at home. I said, why he ain't with you? Oh, he don't like to go clubbing. I said, oh okay.
Really?
So you came out here to get some attention, and they get all shy and shit. They all start blushing. No, I didn't like that. I just what I'm saying. Like, I just want to come out, and just be with my girlfriends. I said, "Oh, okay." But you talking to me right now? Yeah. That's it. I say, "Oh, you want to dance right quick?"
The worst thing is I bet you get that number at the end of the night. But I thought we were friends and you had a boyfriend now.
Facts.
But she didn't give me the number though, right?
Oh, as soon as I say you want to dance right quick, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, just a dance, just one dance." I'm like, "Okay." It turns into 10 dances and like
because nigga, the DJ gonna mix that in there. Oh, turn it up now, big it up now, let's go now, and then it's gonna go to something else, and then it's gonna go. And you already know it's not gonna stop.
Yep. And see, that's the thing about Latin clubs is that the majority of the night it's like salsa and shit like that, but towards the end, anybody who knows Latin music, they turn on that bachata, right? And that's that close shit. That's that romantic shit. That's when you grind and get all close, and that's it. That's a wrap. If
you've been in them black clubs, we call it the slow grind hour. That's the 1 to 2 p.m. That 1 a.m. to 2 p.m. That last call for alcohol.
Well, that's what the Latin bachata is literally like. It's like R&B of hip hop, right? It's just like that's when you get close.
Oh, they playing the Key Sweat. They playing the Key Sweat. They playing all that black street boy. They playing all 112 and everything. Oh, it's done. That's sold up.
To me, that's all. That's my whole objective, and I'm always chilling. Like you dance a few times, buy a few drinks. After about 5-6 dances and a couple tequila shots, like you in. Like you don't gotta be over dramatic. She like you. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta chill and wait for the slow songs. Get a couple slow songs in there, and that's a wrap. Then you can whisper in her ear, like, "Yo, let's get out of here right quick."
You know what the mad thing? You know what the bad thing is about this? You know what the bad thing is about this, Divine? I'm mad that we just gave the trolls all the info. Because these trolls probably never really did all that. Now we just give them all the info to do now.
He ran up out of here. He ran up out of here quick.
No, he's probably taking notes. He's like, oh, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the club in Brooklyn, and now I'm gonna try to, and then watch what happens. And then I bet you that troll stops now.
Yeah, good. I'm glad I was able to help somebody, bro. If you got some inner demons, or maybe your confidence ain't too high, bro, like, hey, I'm here to help. Shit. Like, there's plenty to go around. I can't have it all. I try to, but I can't. You know what I mean? There's plenty to go around. Now my thing is look up
in the chat. Look up in the chat. They agreeing with all of us now. Look at the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He said them two guys on the panel don't get no buddies, don't get no biddies. Divine teach. Oh, nah, man, my man Terry chopping it.
If Divine goes live tomorrow, I'm gonna show my. If Divine goes live tomorrow, I'll show my girl when she gets off work. She's gonna be in the nurse outfit, but then after that, I might have to jump off because she's gonna be taking the shower. And I might need
You
to
might
take
be
a
busy.
shower too. I
You might be
I might
busy.
need to take a shower too. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
I'll show her
hey.
if you go live tomorrow. Shit, you think I? Come on. I'm like, here you go, Queen.
See, it's all about upgrades, in my opinion, right? It's like with my chick now, is that we got like kind of like an open relationship type thing. That's just my personal preference. But I'm also like, you know what I'm saying? We get other people involved. You know what I mean? Like, and she bisexual, so it works. But I put myself in that position. It's like when I date chicks here and there, like I won't commit to anything unless I know it benefits me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I like to fuck 2 chicks at one time. That's me. I love that shit. Now
Shit,
it's
that ain't
no,
no problem.
and it's no like, hey, like I'm selfish. Like I never forced any chick. Like a chick wants to know about me, and I'm gonna say this is me. Like you cool with that or not? Oh, I ain't cool with that. I ain't down with that shit. I'm trying to be with one man. I'm a loyal chick. Da da da. All right, cool. Like there's plenty of dudes out there that will wife you up. That ain't me. But I enjoyed the moment with you. Thank you for the experience, and we can be friends. We can chop it up. But the cool and funny thing is a lot of times when that happens, they text me back, "Hey, what are you up to right now? What are you doing?"
Yeah, because
And after a while,
you know what the aftermath is. They probably dealing with a dude who probably is not fulfilled or as exciting as Divine. He's probably not as exciting as Divine can do the things, and it's like, yeah, you sort of miss that. You know what I mean? And so it's like,
yeah,
hey, so you know how that text comes? It might come at 9, 10 p.m. Hey, so what are you doing? What are you up to? It's gonna be a little
I
later
like it.
text. It's not
Oh
that.
man, I love it, bro. I love it when chicks they basically texting for dick and they trying to act like they not. I love it. I to me, it's so comical. I had a chick do that to me literally last night, where I was at. She hit me up. She said she sent me a photo of her watching Netflix or some shit, and then she said, "What are you doing?" And I sent her a photo back that I was, I think I was playing like Modern Warfare or some shit. So I sent her a message. She said, "Oh, that's all you doing right now?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, you free? Like, you got no other plans tonight?" Nah. Oh, okay. Like, so you don't got no time to talk to me then? I said, "Shit, bitch, I am talking to you. What do you want?" Oh,
Oh,
I was
she
just,
wants some independent. She wants some
I was just
independent
trying to
time.
see like what you're up to or whatever. And I'm like, I'm chilling. Like, what's up? Oh, you want to go out for a drink? I said, I got drinks here. What you want? I got drinks here. What you
Mm,
want?
see, and
Oh,
man, I mess with Divine Sense. I mess with Divine Sense. You are on the same thing I'm on. I hit you
hey,
with
and
a
then,
Don Julio. I hit you with that Don Julio.
hey,
I hit you with a Don Julio shot so quick because that's all I
and they
drink.
talking about,
I'm here for the Don Julio.
oh, and see, if it's a chick that you haven't hit yet, then of course they can play that card like, oh, like I don't just go to a dude's place like that. Like if you respect me, you're gonna meet me outside, blah blah blah. Now it depends, right? Because people say, well, Divine, like when will you go and when will you not go? It depends on a lot of things, right? Obviously, depends on how fine the chick is, obviously, right? It also depends on if we've been chatting and we've been having good conversation. And if she's interesting and I like what she talks about, I like that we connect on topics. That's cool. Like, I don't just always go meet a chick because I'm trying to hit it. Like, sometimes I do like to just chill and talk and learn. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just a chick that, like, is trying to put herself on a pedestal and the reality is I'm probably just going to hit it and quit it. Like I ain't trying to go to no club and spend $100 when like you ain't benefiting me other than I'm just trying to hit it. Like no disrespect, but that's just what it is. Right? So it depends on the situation. Now, but if it's a chick that I have hit before and you know what I'm saying, like you come back to the crib or whatever, then they say, "Oh, well, but like what's going to happen though if I go there." Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know what's going to happen. Oh yeah, but then
Duh,
yeah,
duh.
yeah, but I start catching feelings, you know what I mean? And I know you don't want that and I don't want that. So maybe we could just go to a restaurant and like have some dinner and catch up.
Wait, how
I'm
does she
like,
catch it? Oh, she catches feelings because she likes the feelings. She likes the feelings down
right,
south.
right,
Am I?
right, right. No, it's yeah. Then I'm like, well, look, like I'm straight. Like I ain't catching no feelings. I'm more than happy for you to come over here. And I tell chicks all the time, like, look, why you jumping to conclusions? I didn't say anything about fucking. I just said come over and chill. Why you guys always assume that we trying to hit it? And they say, oh, come on, don't play no games with me. You know, if I'm gonna go there, this and that. I said, oh, so you're saying that you're gonna jump on me then? You saying that you're gonna get me? Because I ain't saying I ain't gonna do shit. Like I can chill. Well,
Women are
I ain't that type. Like I like a guy's got to make a move on me first. I said, well, then what are you worried about then? Because I'm telling you right
wait,
now, I ain't gonna
what?
do shit. Oh yeah. Oh bro, I get it. I get it all angles. I get it all angles.
The dude
And when
now.
it comes
I mean,
when push comes to shove, bro, when push comes to shove, it's like, look, what do you really want? And they try to front. They say, well, I just like want to catch up. Well, you know where I live. You know what I'm about. Like you know what time it is. Like this come over. Like stop playing games. We're grown ass adults. Kind of shit, right? And see, that's the
right.
thing. A lot of women, especially if you're older than them, they want that. They want that authority. They want to be told what to do and how it needs to be done.
That's true.
You see, because when you date an older chick, you don't got to worry about that because they tell you what they want. Like if I date a chick who's in her late 30s or some shit like that or early 40s, she's gonna say, "Hey, are you free at 8? Yeah, all right, I'm coming over. I'm gonna bring a couple bottles and we're gonna get it popping." Okay, yes, ma'am. That's what it is then. See, that's how older chicks operate because older chicks
Hey,
ain't
look,
got they got no time to bullshit around.
Yeah,
hey,
the
look at what
younger ones
Keon.
are the ones that
Look at what Keon just said in the chat. Keon, you are right. 100%. Everything boxing.
When a woman say, "Yeah, we can hang out, but nothing gonna happen," I already know I'm gonna fuck.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
let them say whatever they want to say. I let chicks, and I always keep the ball in their court, always, because what I don't want is for them to be like they try to switch it up, and they try to say like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to do this," or "Oh, you said you're going to do that, but you didn't," or "Oh, you promised me this or promised me that." I don't promise anything. I don't guarantee anything, and I don't say anything that I would put any expectations on. It's simple. You come over, we chilling. You coming or not. All this other
AO
extra shit you
Divine.
talking about, then it has nothing to do with me. It's on you.
That's
AO
dead
Divine.
fact.
Yo.
I got a question. Even though that I'm that I'm still young and I'm
Yeah.
still learning, but is it me or are the most beautiful girls in the world end up either becoming lesbians or they end up taking like the most piece of shit dipshit dudes in the world that don't make their lives better, and then at the end of the day they contemplate about having like a guy that cares about them, but it's always like the guys that do care about them, but then they don't take the opportunity to be with them.
You know, I think that it can be cut in a lot of different ways. You know, there are definitely women out there. I think we've all experienced it where, you scratch your head. You're like, really? You're with that type of dude? Okay. You know, I would say, and I hate to put this ratio out there because I'm sure there's some women be like, oh, hell no. Like, yeah, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. But if I had to put a ratio on it, I would say that 8 out of 10 women who are with a man because they give her stability or the dude's wealthy or he can take care of her, but he doesn't necessarily fulfill her in other areas, then she's with him for exactly that. Right? It's not about there's no lust, there's no like I want you, I need you. It's like or I need you, but not in the ways that I should want to need you physically and emotionally. You know what I mean? And so some women can play it. Some women can wrap their head around it and do it. I also will tell you this that I have personally I have personally been with women who are in relationships just like that. They are in relationships where they're with the guy who takes care of her financially, or she's with him for some type of like status or financial benefit, but not really happy, obviously in the bedroom, for example, or even just any type of mental stimulation. And I've been with a lot of chicks like that, you know, and for me, it don't bother me any because like I actually sometimes prefer that. Like I'm talking to a chick right now where she got a husband or whatever, but they don't really, you know what I'm saying? They're like married for the kid type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And she slide through. We do what we do, and that's great for me because if I go and fuck another chick, she ain't got shit to say because it's like, excuse me, you married, so that's, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I kind of preferred as I got older, I preferred relationships like that. But I feel what you're saying, K Rod. Like, yeah, sometimes it's easy to be like, why is this chick with this dude? Like, really? You with him? And
Yeah.
sometimes you feel like if you are in a situation where you're trying to get to know a chick, this is where it gets tough. This is where it can hurt. It can hurt your ego a little bit as men, right? And what women need to understand is that men get rejected way more than what women do.
Well, hell, women are the ones that reject us.
From a very
Like, man, like we live on veteran like fucking difficulty.
well from a very young age, from when we first start trying to hit up chicks in junior high or whatever it is,
Or middle school.
we get denied way more than we get access. And women really don't know how it truly feels to be rejected. Like, you know, they might like a dude who don't give them attention or something like that, but to actually put in a lot of work to try to get a dude and then he chooses somebody else, it doesn't happen very often in comparison to men, right? So, yes, men, like, you can put in work, you're trying to like be a good guy, you're trying to be a gentleman, you try to buy her some flowers, you take her out for coffee, you try to be a confidant and listen to all of her bullshit ass drama, which is boring as fuck a lot of the times, but you just go through it because you like her and you're going through all these motions. And then 6 months later, she says, "Oh, hey, K-Rod, like, hey, I just want to let you know that I just look at you as a friend, okay? I got a boyfriend now."
Yeah, that happened to me plenty of times.
That shit, yeah. So my advice would be is you got to know how to be a little bit aggressive, but with class. You know, because if you put yourself, and I've been there too when I was younger, for sure. I feel like, oh, if I'm nice and I'm cool and I'm that quote unquote friend, eventually she might like me. But you know, I got outbidded. I got outbid by a dude who was more aggressive than me. You know what I'm saying? And took what he wanted. So then I realized, like, yeah, there is a balance. Like, most chicks don't like assholes. Some do. But if you were to put it on a scale, most chicks don't like a dude who's just like, hey, ma, you look fine as fuck. Like, let's go fuck. Like, most chicks are like, what? Get the fuck out of my face. Right? So for sure, you got to be classy. You got to know how to be a gentleman and show respect, because every woman wants to be respected. Right? But at the same time, don't let her take advantage of your kindness. You know what I'm saying? Value your kindness, value your traits. And at some point in time, put a chick on the spot. Because if she's not feeling you in that way, that's cool. But you ain't going to continue to waste time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you one day you put in work and you get to a point where it's like, I don't know how she feels, I'd straight up ask her, like, hey, how you feeling about me? See, the thing about it is chicks always blame us men for not being able to, quote unquote, speak our feelings. We don't express ourselves, right? So you got to prove them wrong and basically give them a taste of their own medicine. Because when you put a chick in the position to where she's got to express their feelings, watch what happens. Right? They're like, oh, well, you see, right? So I always do that. So if I'm in a situation where I'm feeling the chick, like we kind of getting somewhere, but kind of not, and it's like a little gray zone. And I'm like, man, like for me, right? Unless I'm not going to commit to a chick unless I hit it. I don't believe in none of that bullshit. Oh, get to know each other and be friends and then fall in love. Fuck all that fairy tale shit. I don't buy shoes unless I try them on. Period. Right?
Hey, Divine, would you buy a car if you don't test drive it?
Exactly. So my thing is that I don't mind if a chick's got a bit of values and she like, oh, I don't do no night stand and let's date a little bit. Like at my age, like I don't mind because I got nothing but time. When I was younger, I'd probably be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more savage. But now I don't mind it, right? Because I like intellectual connection. But at some point, I'm gonna be like, look, what's up? Like, how you feeling? I'll put her on the spot. How you feeling about me? You know, what you feel about me doing this? What you feel about me saying that? What do you know, say? And put them on the spot. And you're gonna know right away, K-Rod, what time it is. Because if they hesitate or they're beating around the bush, then you know she ain't feeling you that way. And that's cool. There's no reason to like get upset and just be like, oh, hey, look, I appreciate you telling me. Cool. All right. And then what you do from there is you start to drop that contact. You start to drop it slowly, right? You slowly just, you know, you keep the door open, but you also find your way out. And either she'll be like, oh, okay, he got the hint. And you're going to know what your true value is because she won't text you. Now, sometimes they try to set you up, though, too. They'll try to act like, oh, hey, we're just friends. And the reason why they tell you that is because they want to keep their options open. So they don't want to tell you that they're feeling you because if they do that, then you are then going to try to close the deal, which then closes the doors on the other options that she has. So she's going to friend zone you just right quick to see how long she can keep you there. But then when you go silent, she's going to realize that these other dudes aren't what you are, and then she'll come back. So that's why you keep the door cracked open.
In a sense, Divine, would you say that the woman is playing the field? If you know what I mean, she would be playing the field in a sense?
Oh, 1,000%. Chicks don't ever in a million years think that chicks are not talking to multiple people at one time.
Thank you. No, and that's what I want. Hey, K-Rod, real quick, are you in college or something? Because you sound like a little bit younger. Are you in college or anything right now?
No, like I work a full-time job. But
okay.
I used to go to college. Like I dropped out back in the past.
Are you still? How old are you? Because with me, I'm right now. I'm Roy Williams, so I'm 31. I'm about to be Magic. Because I always count like athlete numbers. So Roy Williams for the Dallas Cowboys was 31. So I'm about to be Magic soon in 32. How old are you? How old would you be, or how old are you?
I'm 27. I turned 27 back in this past April.
Oh, you're entering your prime. You're entering your prime.
You still got time, bro. You still got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Lot of time, bro. A lot of time. And the thing is that you keep your how can I put this? Keep your seeds plentiful. Plant seeds, bro, everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, don't constrict yourself to one chick. Fuck that, because chicks don't do that.
No.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like just be a hoe and just like fuck everything. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you want to do that, that's on you. Just make sure you protect yourself. But what I am saying is that, like, keep your options open. If you got one chick that you're really feeling the most, all right, you put the most energy in that, whatever, right? But never oversell yourself. Never overcommit. Only take as much as she is willing to give back. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes dudes frustrate me when they're just like going over the top and texting all the time and calling all. Chicks don't want that, bro. They don't want you texting them. I just literally, I'm here, right? I told this chick that I've been hitting up lately, right? I told her that I'm gonna go live, for example. I told her I was gonna go live. I said I'll be alive for about an hour, but it's been 3 hours.
I'm sorry. I haven't texted her. I'm sorry, Divine. I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying, like, but I'm making a point that I told her an hour, and then I said I'll hit you up. It's been 3 hours, right? I didn't hit her up. So what happens? She just texts me right now saying, hey, is everything okay? Hope you have a good day. I miss you.
Shut up, bitch.
But that's what it is, though, right?
We messing up your flow right now.
It's all good. Bad. Hey, because don't worry about it. I'll get her later tonight. But what I'm saying is, she knows her place.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk, though. Because
if she knows if she comes into my DMs talking about, oh, you said it was going to be an hour. It's been 3 hours. What the fuck you doing? Why didn't you text me? Excuse me. Have a good day. Blocked. Bye. Period.
That's also true.
Period. Like I don't play that, man, with chicks, bro, because I don't do that to them. That's what I always tell chicks. I will never ask you to treat me in the way that, you know what I'm saying, that I wouldn't treat you the same. You know what I mean? It goes both ways. Like, I'm not a hypocrite. If I'm in an open relationship with a chick and I want her to be cool with me dating other people, then I got to be cool with her dating other people. And I hate when people do that shit because they put a bad name on people who want to either have open relationships and or polyamorous relationships. It's people like that.
No. Those are the controlling ones, though, Divine. You know, those are the ones that are controlling them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, like, everybody's different on how they view relationships. Yes, some people, they want commitment, they want exclusivity, they want monogamous, whatever floats your boat. But there are some people who can love multiple people at one time. There are a lot of people out there like that. Men and women. Don't get it twisted. It's not just men. It's not just men. And women try to paint that picture. Oh, men are never satisfied, and they want to go and have multiple partners. Fuck what you heard.
Fuck what you heard.
Women do too. It just depends on the person, right? So what I'm saying is, when people come out here and they talking about, oh, you know, I'm the type of dude, or I'm the type of chick that likes open relationships, or I'm the type of dude or chick that likes to do polyamorous. But then you say that, but then when your partner wants to, you know what I'm saying, actually exercise that benefit, then you out here tripping. And you put a bad name on the people who actually respect what open relationship and polyamorous actually means. And that's why people run away from it. They stray away from it because they think it's drama. They think it's headache. They think it's like it's unrealistic or whatever the case may be. I was in a polyamorous relationship for 5 years before. 5 years.
Damn. That's why I was in college. Keep going.
And had a great time. And it was one of the best relationships that I had. You know what I mean? And in the end, it ended because you know, it just we grew apart. I mean, it's just that. It just grew apart. We grew up. We went, you know what I'm saying, career paths, different things happening. It had nothing to do with like jealousy or control or whatever the case is. And you know what I'm saying? I had her and I had another chick on the side. They knew each other. You know what I'm saying? And she had a dude or two here and there too within the 5 years, and I knew him. But I knew my place, right? And we would both consider each other we were primary partners. So we were primary. Like, we would spend the most time together. But you know what I'm saying? We had other people that we like to spend time with too on occasion. And so for me, my thought process has always been like, because when I was younger, up until probably around K-Rod's age, I started to change a little bit. But when I was younger, I used to think like either you're single, having fun, doing what you want to do, or you got to be monogamous. Like, you got to get a chick, you got to settle down. It's my girlfriend. We chilling. We're exclusive. And then you're together for 2 or 3 years.
My generation. So you're talking my generation. Keep going.
Yeah. But it's that, you know, traditional monogamous mindset where it's like, you know, you fall in love and you talk about moving in together and all that shit. But a lot of times, man, you start moving in, or they start leaving shit at your place. They're trying to make claim on your fucking shit. That whole freedom and single life starts to go out the window. And that's when a lot of times shit starts getting complicated.
He already went to the, I'm going to leave my sweater over at your place. Now let me get my scarf. Now let me leave this over here. You already, now all of a sudden you got all kinds of wardrobe and hair bands, hair clip. Yeah, you feel me?
And they
body
do it.
pins, what the body pins, all that shit.
They do it on purpose.
Yeah, they do.
They do that shit on purpose, bro. Don't get it twisted. Oh, hey, I just realized that I forgot my hairbrush. Oh shoot, sorry about that. Can I come over Friday and get it? Nah, like I got this express shipping. Give me your address. They be doing that shit, man. You know what I mean? I'll send that shit by Uber, whatever. I don't got time. I'm busy.
With the girl who I'm with right now, the first thing it started was I brought her over. She didn't think that I had my own apartment. Showed her my own 1-bedroom apartment where I live at. Now she was like, she's chilled and everything. We didn't do anything. The first thing she did was she's talking about I'm hot and everything. She took her sweater off. And I remember she threw it aside the bedside and she left. And I was like, damn, I got her shit right here. Then shit started accumulating over the freaking days and the weeks she kept coming over. You feel me? I'm like, damn, I got all this shit. You know what I mean? And so now you confirmed it. They be doing that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know, they do that stuff on purpose. You know, I learned that a long time ago. But look, I don't have, see, my thing is that sometimes when I talk about these topics, I rub certain people the wrong way, especially people who are married or they've been in a relationship for a long time. And they're like, oh, Divine, you talking all this crazy shit. That's why nobody's loyal nowadays because we got people like you, da-da-da-da-da. And I take a little bit of an offense to that because for me, if you are exclusive, I got nothing but love for you. I'm happy for you. You in love, you're doing your thing, you're happily married, and you can be with your wife or your husband for the rest of your life, and you can only be with one person. Hey, that's cool. Like, I got a lot of love for you, and I'm glad and I'm happy that you're happy. But why are you trying to sink my vessel when I'm trying to be happy in my own way? Like, people are different in everything in life. Some people like mustard on their hamburgers. Some people don't. Right? Everybody's different.
Who would be hating on you? Like, because, you know, if you're not really affecting anything, like, that would be my only problem. Like, if Divine's been doing everything
there are people,
you know, like, who would be hating on you?
There are people who think that people who, like me, who have the mindset of having, you know what I'm saying, you know, either open or poly, that it's people like us that are sending this message that it's cool or it's okay. And we are basically trying to tell people that you don't need loyalty, which is false, which is absolute false, because loyalty is not constrained to only being monogamous. Loyalty is loyalty. There are different levels and shades of loyalty, right? So if I'm in a polyamorous relationship, you set standards just like you would in a monogamous relationship. Monogamous relationship, it is expected that you don't cheat on one another, right? You can only be with that one person. Poly is no different. Correct. You start off with the standards. Like, all right, so where do we go from here? We both have a polyamorous mindset. So, you know, what is it going to be? Like, are we allowed, you know, one person, two people? Are we going to talk about everything? Are we going to introduce our partners together? And once you set those standards, then you have loyalty. And if you break those standards of something that you agreed to and you're on the same page on, if you break that, then you are being disloyal. No different than in being in an open relationship. If it's open, then it's open. And either we discuss it or we don't discuss it, but there are standards set. If you break those, you are being disloyal, right? So this idea that you can only be loyal in a monogamous relationship is a fallacy. Right. So I do take it personal when people say, oh, man, see people like you saying that it's cool. No, I'm not saying it's cool or not cool. I'm saying everybody is different. Everybody views relationships. The fact that human history is full of all different types of societies and cultures where we have had multiple partners throughout history is no mistake, right? In ancient Greek times, you would be married to your husband or wife which you would have children with and carry on your lineage, and then you would have partners outside of that marriage. You would have, whether it's a one-time thing or other partners that you rotate through, whatever it was. That was part of ancient Greek society. The Egyptians did it, and many other cultures, right? It's at the turn of modern day religion is when this idea of like man, woman, family, loyalty, only one person, da 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 da, right? And that's why when we get carried away about even homosexuality, for example, this is not a new thing. Like, gay people didn't just start coming out in the 80s and all of a sudden it's like, what? People are gay? What? Men like men? This shit's been around since ancient times. Same-sex attraction. Men and men, women and women, being bi, whatever it is, right? Look through the pages of history. Everybody is built and born different, right? So I am always 100% very transparent and accept everybody as long as you're willing to accept other ways of life as well. But there are boundaries and there is respect. Like, don't come to my 9-year-old daughter telling her that, oh, actually you should consider being gay if you really want to. Oh, let me tell you about the LGBTQ. Get that trash out of my daughter's face, because that is force. You are forcing.
Coercion.
Exactly. So that is not the right way for children to make decisions on their own. We as parents guide our children the best way we possibly can, but we also give them the sense of freedom to be able to make decisions and ask questions, right? And, people ask me all the time, like, yo, Divine, would you love your daughter any more or less if she does come out to be lesbian? No, obviously not. I'm going to love her regardless. I'm always going to give her my opinion and my advice, but love for your children is unconditional. It should be. But I'll be damned if somebody's going to make those decisions for me. You know what I'm saying? When she is her own person and I am her father, number one. So there are boundaries, right? And when people act funny, when they act strange, when they call me out to be like, oh, that's not how a man should function. What? Because I don't question your sexuality. I don't worry about what the fuck you're doing. So the fact that you're worrying about me and how I operate makes you look suspect. No different than these trolls come on here, like the troll that Drew Titan had on that one time, coming on there, acting suspect, talking about some dumb shit. And when it came down to it, he was probably gay because you infatuated. But the thing is a lot of it, that side is like, y'all just need to be real and accept us. But y'all ain't even being real with yourselves. A lot of you are not even being real. And if you are being real, some of you are not even respecting our own boundaries on what we're willing to accept in our personal circle. You want us to accept you with open arms and just like, no. Like, you want to be you. But like, respect my boundaries. That's it. Yeah. Because you want us to respect your boundaries. So that's the problem. And when people come in here and be like, oh, here they go again. They going on these rants about gay people. No, the fact of the matter is that you've been around YouTube long enough. These quote unquote men, I'm assuming they're men, come into our chats talking about dumb shit and looking suspect. And the first man to pump his chest out and talk about, I'm a man. I'm the most manly person in here. That to me is suspect. No different than what the analogy that I pointed out earlier by standing by the bar, scoping, not doing shit when you got plenty of pussy around. That's how I feel about it. So look, my whole thing, man, is I did give out a lot of free information tonight. And I see my man out here talking about, man, you should charge people for this type of information. Now, it's all out of love, man. It's all out of love. And tonight was just like a little teaser. I don't mind doing it from time to time, tease the people a little bit. But, yo, get up on that other podcast channel, man. Get up on it, because because now I can chop it up. But what's going to be really interesting about the other channel is me bringing on guests. And I'm talking about females as well. A lot of females are going to come in, give their perspective. So it's not just like an echo chamber. It's not just Divine, because people feel like, oh, Divine think he know all this shit, man. He don't know nothing. Okay. That's exactly why it's going to be an open format podcast, and you're going to hear from women themselves, which is the best way, right? Don't take it from a man where you may think he's trying to pop his collar, right? Take it from the woman. You will hear it from their mouths. I will host it, and we're going to be, bouncing off different questions and topics, and it's going to be extremely interesting. So make sure y'all get plugged in, man. Yase, what's up, bro? Yeah, man. He jumping in that super chat, says, just out of love for your channel, man. Keep doing your thing. Oh, man, I appreciate you immensely, bro. And it'll be a pleasure for you to be on the other podcast, man. I think you'll really enjoy it, man. I do appreciate the super chat immensely, bro. Thank you. All good, Arturo. Hey, man, Arturo, no, man. For the past hour or so, we just been chopping it up about random shit, life shit, relationships, and all that funny stuff, man. But yes, the first couple of hours we did go in on Canelo quite a bit. We bounced around ideas. Most of those people have left the building. It got a little bit heated, especially when they started talking about some dumb shit. And then it got kind of a little bit, we got a little bit deep rooted. It went beyond boxing, and usually that will trigger. That'll send some triggers. So they left the building, but we did talk a lot about boxing the first couple hours of this show tonight. And for all those who came by, I appreciate you. And of course, K-Rod, man, I'm glad that you were able to get off some things that you wanted to get off. You know what I mean? And and say what we wanted to say. I think I hit exactly what I wanted to hit in regards to Canelo. At this point, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. And you know what, man? The dude's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna do what he wants to do. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, his fan base is much bigger than the fan base that criticize him. So he doesn't care. He's gonna do what he wants to do. So it is what it is. We come out, we say our piece, and I'm just not going to be making it about Canelo anymore. We got a lot of other big fights out there. We got a lot of other great things to look at. And as far as boxing, we do have fighters that are willing to fight the best fighters and that are willing to put everything on the line. And that's the fighters that I want to give love to and attention to when we give these live streams, man. So it is what it is. In this Speak on It, Volume 4, about Canelo, I've said what I wanted to say. We'll see. If he fights Triple G the third time, I think it's bullshit. I will not pay for it. I may or may not commentate on it. I don't know. I don't like the fight at all. But I've said what I wanted to say, and I'm going to keep it moving. So a lot more great fights ahead. Looking forward to it, man. My next video should be fight prediction, Tank and Rolly. And then after that, fight prediction, Kambosos Haney. So be on the lookout for those two videos. And guys, don't just always look for the live streams. You know, a lot of us content creators, we drop just normal uploads. So make sure that you keep your eye open, hit the notification bell to make sure that you get all of the content, not just the live streams. And because I try not to give predictions in my live streams ever. I'll talk about stuff, I'll chop it up, but my predictions come through uploads. So make sure y'all come through. All right, guys. So that'll be it. I want to carry on my Tuesday afternoon. Went quite long on here, longer than I expected, but we've had a great time tonight. It's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate everyone, and make sure you guys look out for the other videos. K-Rod, thanks for coming in. And if y'all don't know K-Rod, man, he's got a channel out here as well. So make sure you guys swoop by, show K-Rod a little bit of love. He's trying to get his channel moving. So go over there and subscribe to K-Rod as well. All right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. This will be uploaded, so if you came in late, y'all can check it out later. And also my man Terry that was on the panel with us, he left. It's great to have him on too to make it more interesting. Y'all stay up, man. Stay strong. Stay positive out there. It's your boy Divine Sense. and I'm out. Peace.
See ya.